Bulldog. Bulldog. Oh. Nice. Fuck yeah.
I only drink with my best friends. Some people say we have a problem, but every night I make a new best friend, and the only problem is we like having a good time.
Hello. I don't know how that video hasn't made me famous yet. I should be famous from that video. I don't. It's a slow process. It's slower than I thought.
You're a dog?
It's slower than I thought. I should be already famous, but it is what it is.
You're famous
Hello,
in my eyes, you
Hello.
beautiful bitch.
It's 8 p.m. It is Thursday night. I have a new camera, so the angle's kind of new. You're looking down on me now. Anyway, it's another
Looking
episode
down on you
of
this whole time.
Between Two Beards. Pluggo, how
What?
the hell are we doing, man?
Oh my god, I am living, man. I got a story for
Living
you.
your best life, are you?
I don't know. This week at the
Oh,
Casa
doesn't know.
del Pluggo has been interesting.
All right. We got our boy
This is-
Colpito.
We might want to bring our guest on for this conversation. He might
All right. So let's save it. All right, let's say our hello. So just in general, you're doing all right though. You're doing all right. Love wrestling in the chat, Spencer.
I'm hanging in there. I got a lot
Hanging
of
in
good
there.
things, but there's some interesting developments over here.
Okay,
at
we're
Casa
gonna bring in our
del
guest for this. We have you guys know him. He's part of the
friend
Love
of-
Wrestling
he's
crew. He's
basically-
Pluggo's best friend, for crying out loud. I think he's a pretty good friend of mine, but I don't get the best friend moniker.
He
That
messaged
only
you
goes to
today and
Pluggo.
not me, so he
I
must
set
have-
this meeting arrangement. I set this arrangement tonight
Yeah.
up on my own.
Yeah,
So
that
maybe
nothing to do with it
maybe
on this end, bro.
I'm starting to crack that BFF list. But who knows?
Whoa.
But you know him. You can check him out most Mondays here on Love Wrestling with his
Colpito in the
poetry of a
house.
promo. It is the Wordsmith. Hello, friends.
Hello.
How are you?
Hello. What do we owe this amazing pleasure?
I don't know. I was bored. It was a Thursday. I got a message, and now I hear there's a problem at Casa del
Yeah,
Pluggo.
see, I didn't even know this was
Yes,
happening. Pluggo did not run
yes.
this by
No,
me,
I
so
said
I am excited to dive into this.
I didn't want any preconceived notion
Yeah,
before I had this
of course,
conversation,
of
and
course.
I'm putting it out into the world.
So before we do it, we are going to talk plenty of wrestling. We're going to talk
Yes.
some Crown Jewel. We're going to talk some Austin Theory and whatever the fuck that was on Monday.
And whatever you guys want tonight.
Yeah,
Put it in
and
the
tonight
chat.
is Ask Us Anything. So now you don't even get to ask
Ask
just
me
Pluggo and
anything.
I us, but you can ask all three of us anything. So if you're in the chat,
Yeah.
any questions, any comments, it is an Ask Us Anything edition of Between Two Beards. But before we dive into this Pluggo question here, I do want to talk about RK Athletics right at the jump. Personal training. Winter's coming, guys. Winter's coming. Holidays are coming. You know what that means? A lot of good food, a lot of good boozing, family time. You know what that means? A lot of you are going to wake up looking like me. All right? And you don't want that. You don't want that. You want this. But this, you know? So you want to go to RK Athletics. Rich King, great individual. See? Spencer knows. He knows I'm on board right now. He knows. I'm the real deal. Holyfield. Rich
Dude,
King.
You only get the top quality here on Thursday nights.
We
with
are the
us.
flagship. We are the flagship.
There's a reason.
Rich King, tremendous professional wrestler, tremendous human being,
Amazing abs.
amazing abs. You know why he has amazing abs? Because he's also a tremendous personal trainer. That's why he has those amazing abs. And if you want to get in shape, whether it's just you just want to get more active, or whether you want to start clanging and banging, as the great one says, you want to start getting swole. Is that what the kids still say? Swole? Whatever you want to do. If you just want to feel a little bit better about yourself physically, RK Athletics is the place to go. Rich King is the man to speak to. Been a sponsor basically since day one of Love Wrestling.
Not day
So
one.
go check them out.
Day one.
Day one-ish, RK Athletics.
That's
Go
right.
check them out at RK Athletics.
He
One.
steals gimmicks. He can't.
Well,
like,
I was going to
sparklers,
say, now
but
that
if
the
you
read
don't-
is over, Rich King, we're coming for you.
coming for them sparklers, baby.
We're
you
coming
know,
for you.
You just you
I-
you don't want your
Please
chair
note,
busted.
I am not involved in this. I have no beef
gang
with the
warfare,
sparklers.
son. You're in. You're in.
There you go. Spencer says literally
Oh,
day
yes.
one, not day one-ish. Literally.
We
Day
joke
one.
on this program, but he is a wonderful individual and human being and great personal trainer. Get your RK Athletics one today.
We got HCW. Oh, here's Lou. Lou's popping in, saying hello
Lou's
to
in
the
the
gang.
house. He wants to ask
Lou?
questions. We're doing Ask Anything tonight. So since we're doing Ask Anything tonight, and you guys, if you got a question, a comment, concern, drop in the chat. We'll talk about it. I had a question for you boys.
All right, yeah. Now's the time. Now,
and I didn't
HCW
want-
Sports, hello. Thank you for being here. Pluggo's
This'll
got
be
a
the
conundrum.
First
that we
time
need
you
to
guys
discuss.
so basically here at Casa del Pluggo, Mrs. Pluggo's best friend got her an early Christmas present. If you've paid attention to my social medias,
I'm leaving. I'm leaving if it's a 5th Christmas tree. I'm telling you right
not a
now.
fifth Christmas tree.
I'm
There
not
is-
doing this.
No, we're not. This isn't even Christmas tree talk, which we can get
November.
into later. We're working on it now. We've already got the tree up, but not
Oh, son of a
decorated. But it's
bitch.
up.
Don't tell me
But
that.
listen,
All right,
listen, don't
let's
derail.
get to the-
Don't derail.
come
We
on.
got a lot to do tonight.
I know.
So she gets her an early Christmas present. She's a huge Backstreet Boys fan. Her favorite Backstreet Boy is AJ McLean.
Oh,
I can
She
attest to
got
that.
her-
she liked the bad boys, huh? Is that how she
Yes.
landed you?
I guess so. She
She liked
likes
them
it.
bad boys.
You know,
Gotcha.
Pluggo McLean over here. No, and so she got her this pillow of his face that goes from like here up. Now my conundrum is this: that pillow is treated like a god in this house.
I mean, if she's an AJ girl, she's an AJ girl, bro. I mean, I don't know what you want.
And,
to
and
do.
I
don't know
know
what you
this,
want.
and I know this sounds crazy because people have already asked me, like, "Am I jealous of a pillow?" Like, no, I
It sounds
shouldn't
like
be.
it.
I
It does.
shouldn't be.
Can
but
confirm.
if-
This is
I've
the
got
norm.
photograph proof of me just curled up in a little corner by myself, and AJ pillow's getting all the love. So, am I the crazy one, or is this pillow taking over my life?
If I may chime in here,
Yeah,
it's an inanimate. Actually, you know
I
what?
don't think so. I think this pillow's more than that.
Wow.
I don't know.
Ophelia puts it really straight right at it. You know, it sucks to be replaced. Sorry, Pluggo.
That's what. Thank you. Ophelia feels my pain. Ophelia feels my pain. I'm being replaced slowly but surely by a pillow that only goes from
Have
here.
you
up.
ever seen In Bruges? You ever seen the movie In Bruges?
I have. It's fantastic. Pluggo hasn't seen Star Wars, bro.
This is
Do you
true.
think he's seen fucking In Bruges?
Yeah, that's true.
HCW Sports says,
Come on
"You
now.
better Pluggo."
There is a fantastic.
Come on now.
Listen,
There's a
last week
fantastic quote
I
that I would
think
like to
In
use.
Bruges is fantastic, by the way.
I think it's
Pluggo,
like drink the kids'
you
water last
And the
week.
pillow. You and the pillow. Let me say something. And JPJ, you can quote me if you can actually tell me if this is wrong.
Yeah.
And censors, get ready. And I quote, "It is an inanimate fucking object."
Yeah.
It is, but I don't
Remove
think it
the
is.
pillow.
Here's the thing: I don't
Take
think
back Casa del Pluggo.
Casa del Pluggo's been infiltrated by a pillow, and I feel like the crazy one for being like this. That's my
I
spot.
mean,
That's
It
my
sounds to me
spot.
like there's a whole bunch of insecurity.
I
happening.
sound like-
that's
I-
what it sounds like.
It
I'm
sounds
sorry.
like no, but if
You
you
sound like an insecure high schooler. Right now.
she parades it around the house. She's got its own little.
All right. So you know what you do
pillow.
when next time she's
Marriage
out of the house,
counseling
take a
is
knife
the
to the
first
pillow.
thing that you do.
Next time she's out of the house, take a knife to the pillow.
Knife
That's all
to
you gotta
the
do.
pillow.
Knife to the pillow, blame it on the dog. All right. So
What
you have cats.
dog? We
You have
don't
cats.
have a dog.
You got how many cats? You got 3 cats?
You ever seen the? Yeah, I've got 4 cats.
Just
Four
take- just
cats, 4 trees.
do what you gotta
4
do.
trees, 4 kids.
Just do what you got to do.
I can't with you anymore, Pluggo. I can't.
Just do what you got to do and blame the cats. That's all. Just do what you got to do. All right.
You know what I could do?
If you're that
I could-
insecure,
It's
We're
not
blaming
an
on the
point
cats.
where
is what
it
you're
might-
gonna do.
it's affecting your livelihood
It's
right now.
not an insecurity as much as it's like, wait a minute, that was my spot. What the?
You know what
I
you
feel
could
like
do?
Woody in Toy Story.
Oh,
I
and that
should-
pillow's your Buzz Lightyear.
Yeah, it's like.
Well, you
wait
know
a
what Woody
minute.
tried to do? Kill Buzz Lightyear. That's what he tried to do in those movies. I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Well, they tried to kill
I'm
him in
just
one.
saying.
Spoilers for a movie that, you know,
Yeah, for a movie
Maybe
that came
Pluggo
out
hasn't
30
seen it.
years ago. If you haven't seen it,
maybe Pluggo hasn't
Woody
seen it.
tries to kill Buzz Lightyear at first because he does not like him.
Yeah. If you go
Anyway.
onto my Facebook page, you can see the chronicles of AJ Pillow, and it's very like, wait a minute, you have a husband. Take pictures with me.
Well, I mean,
It's
I think everything's going to be all right for you.
It's
I
a
really do.
sweet
Yeah, I think
pillow.
so.
Don't
Like,
get me wrong. Like, whatever. But I'm
Yeah.
just sitting here going, I feel like I'm the crazy one when in actuality, I think she's the crazy one.
I mean, I think you
It's
both. are a
that
little
deep.
crazy.
I think
If
it's
you want my
deep
honest
over-
opinion.
You know what I could do if you've seen those like TikToks of like dads like screwing something up and then knocking on the kid's door going, thanks for taking one for the team boys.
Yeah.
I should be like, the boys like totally destroyed it.
I don't know what happened to your pillow. I just came down here and it was on fire.
I got
no
some
idea.
serious, like AJ
I have no idea how that
pillow
happened.
over here.
I think it was one of the kids.
Yeah,
no idea.
It's been an uproar. It's been a battle.
Here you go, Ophelia, though,
here.
saying alternative view. Maybe she just loves her gift.
Oh, 100% she loves her gift. That I think is the best gift she's ever gotten outside of me, of course.
I mean,
I was going to say that was a good save for your own. Never mind.
all right.
I really tried to pull that one back a bit, but it didn't work. I'm sorry.
JPJ, go on Facebook, scroll. You'll see what I'm talking about.
All right. There's a picture of the pillow on there.
There's a picture of the pillow on there.
I will have homework after the show. I will go on. I will get to the bottom of this pillow talk.
By the end of this episode, there is going to be an anime based on Pluggo's life. We all know this, right?
100%.
Like there already is.
Yeah, somebody's already doing it. They're already doing it. Oh, there you go. Maybe steal the pillow and don't let her have it back.
If then that's
HGW Sports. Have you met Mrs. Pluggo? She'll murder me. Like I'll be
that's
gone.
also murder.
Yeah. I mean, Big Ben's hot take. The best gift Mrs. Pluggo has ever gotten was, in fact, Pluggo. Hashtag huge beard, huge hog. That's
Big Ben coming in with the facts.
Yeah, Big Ben just dropping truth bombs.
Screenshot.
And Big Ben, since you're watching, I do want to apologize for booing you the last time I saw you. But coming in with the facts, I won't be booing you next time, I promise.
Fun fact,
that's what it's about here between two beards.
In the chat, and I showed Mrs. Pluggo your comment from last week, and she's like, "Who's talking about your hog?" And I said, "Big Ben," because he knows what's up.
Damn right he does.
That is
damn
facts.
right he does.
That is facts.
Like we said on Twitter earlier and at the top of the show, tonight is an Ask Us Anything edition of Between Two Beards. We are going to talk about some of the weekly stuff that happened. We are going to discuss some Crown Jewel. We're not going to do a full review, but we'll talk about the big stuff that happened at Crown Jewel. We're going to talk about Austin Theory and that whatever the hell that was that happened on Monday night. We'll talk about some stuff, but it is an Ask Us Anything show. So any questions, we've already starred a few in the chat that we will bring back and talk about.
You can
any questions in the chat. Somebody did. Was it Alex? Was it Spencer? It was Alex.
Good
I didn't know you could do that. But I see some stuff starred. So we will be answering any and all questions that you have. We'll start. You want to start with that? I'll start with that. What the fuck was that?
It's the death of an era. It's the death of an era is what it is.
Can you... Ben says, please keep booing. Our relationship doesn't work otherwise. And Mrs. Pluggo knows what's up. We're just letting the rest of the world know what Mrs. Pluggo married him for, you know?
I'm so glad you said that, Ben, because I was being truthful about that.
Because I ain't got any money, and I clearly look like this, so it's got him anyway.
Austin Theory. Okay.
My question is, it was an open challenge. Why did you have to do the cash-in? It didn't make any freaking sense.
My problem is he already has held that title before. So I just don't... If you're going to have him lose, and she says, I'm glad he doesn't have the case anymore, but why? Like, here's my thing. If you're going to have him lose anyway, why can't he just cash in on Roman and Roman smashes him? And that's it. Why is it... I just don't understand.
Let it out. I know you're holding. Just do it. Just let it out. I can see it.
Why?
Don't hold back.
So JPJ,
I'm trying to formulate the words where I don't
take a deep breath.
And it's not even like I'm not a big theory guy. Like I'm not upset. But like tell me how this makes sense in any logical scenario for Theory himself and more importantly for the Money in the Bank briefcase. Like how does this help or make sense for either of those two entities?
Wrestling. No, I don't know. I don't know how it makes any sense because nobody came out of this looking good except for Rollins, but Rollins doesn't need to look good because he's already great.
I guess I'm just like, they've never said that it just had to be a world title, but if you're Austin Theory, like I'm sorry, anybody that has that briefcase, if you know you can cash it in to be the world champion, why are you going after any other belt than to be the world champion? That doesn't make, and I get it, they have a history, and but that doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. Like, it was an open challenge. So if it's an open challenge, Theory can just answer the open challenge and still be the Money in the Bank. Like, he doesn't have to cash in to answer the open challenge. That doesn't make sense. And then you have him lose, which is fine. People have lost the Money in the Bank briefcase before, but it's just so bad.
So not that I'm a genius and a writer and all these other things to put myself over. Could we at least say that the theory going into that,
family show, Spence.
the theory going into it was bad, and I think the result proved that the theory was really bad because he didn't think it out. So it's a shitty theory. Oops, language, but I don't know. I tried to make a joke out of that. I'm sorry, I failed. No, somebody go, please. It sucked.
Yeah, I mean, and Ben says, why are people overanalyzing this? Vince's Money in the Bank winner didn't fit into Triple H's world. And then he says, maybe Hunter isn't a fan of, for Theory's things that he's been known about.
Which I think to actually to Ben's point, I think we are overanalyzing it. I don't think anybody's mad that he doesn't have the case. It was just a weird way to because they've done shit with this Money in the Bank briefcase for the last few years now. Here, just have Theory go one-on-one with Gargano and give it to Gargano or something. Put the case on the line and have him lose the case in a dumb way, and then at least the Money in the Bank stays integrity kind of intact. I think is where my anger is. It's not so much with Theory. It's you did this with Otis and it didn't work out. The women's Money in the Bank, the only person to ever hold it longer than 2 days was Carmella. If you're gonna, and I know it wasn't Triple H's guy, but at least come up with a creative way to give it to somebody else, or have him lose in a match that makes him look good, but he still loses, and then you're out of it. That's fine too. Yeah. It's just they kind of threw it together. You didn't need the open challenge.
I think Sandow was a good bad cash in.
Well, I was going to say to Spencer's question there, I think the first, was it John Cena? Yep. Where he announced that he was challenging CM Punk and Punk beat him. So he lost. I thought that one was a good one. I think the Sandow one wasn't bad. The Baron Corbin one was terrible.
That's what happens when you say the wrong things.
Yeah, the Baron Corbin one was terrible. I would say this one on Monday was terrible.
I just think in structure of the story, nobody really was digging Theory's thing, and Theory needs some work, and say what you will about him, but don't do the briefcase dirty.
Yeah, I mean that's where I'm at. Oh, you like the Baron Corbin one?
Oh,
all right.
And then Big Ben.
Let gender remain unhindered. That all right. I mean, I am pro.
The creative reset. I'm sure people are shitting on the way the 24/7 title was almost tossed in the garbage, but these are the growing pains. Yeah, growing pains without that. I can't speak about our future without any past regimen.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not complaining. I'm not complaining at all that Theory failed the cash in and he doesn't have the case anymore. If you were gonna have him lose and fail the cash in, I just don't understand why he didn't just come out and try to take it from Roman, and Roman just smashes him, and that's it.
He just gets beat up by everybody, and we all go wiser.
And then we just go, all right, cool, all right.
And
we all kind of had an idea that Theory wasn't chosen by Triple H. Triple H, I mean, he signed Theory, so I think Triple H does like the guy, but swings that thing, baby, swings that thing.
Right, you're gonna say hashtag Spencer's the best. Hashtag Pluggo got a huge hog. Hashtag JPJ swings that thing.
All right, fucking A, bro. You know it.
Hashtag.
All right.
If we could get that trending on Twitter. Watch out with the hot takes, guys. Spicy.
Jesus, man.
We had some questions in the chat earlier that our producer starred, which I didn't even know you could do.
Yeah.
So let's answer those. And then as you guys keep funneling in some questions, we'll answer them. Again, you could have had Theory come out and try to cash in on Roman after the Logan Paul match. Advisory, JPJ, unglued. You know it. You know it. You know it. No, not yet. Not yet.
Oh,
not
Spencer
yet. Maybe.
has no idea either.
Yeah, see, even our own boss doesn't know you can start. Alex.
All right, I'm going to do it. What did you do?
What did you do?
No, get the fuck off my screen.
I know how to do my job.
Alex, get out of here.
This is why nobody wants you on
I love
screen.
you. That's not true. I love
Jesus.
Alex. But he's going to tell us after.
Come back.
We can't just be putting that out in the public. Not everyone can know that secret.
What
Between
about the
us.
fact that we have no idea what we're doing?
Jesus.
If you watch my show, you know. that.
Anyway.
Watch out, hashtag.
Anyway, Ophelia, yeah, I think we are kind of all new to Twitch.
What
I
is
didn't know
Twitch?
you could do that at all.
Listen,
Um,
I've got a lot of stuff going on at Casa del Pluggo. I don't got time for Star.
I know you got, jealousy issues.
Pillow
You got a
wars
wife who loves an inanimate object, but more than you.
I mean, it's AJ.
Whole lot of
McLean,
stuff
I
going on.
guess. We're putting
Whole
our
lot
Christmas
of
tree
stuff going
up.
on. All right.
can't
Do we
talk
have
to
any
you
of those
anymore.
questions before we
Can't talk
dive
to you
into some other wrestling news? Wait, what? What are we doing? Yes, we do. I don't know. I'm confused. I'm confused. Anyway,
getting crazy.
I'm just, you know what? I'm just going to ask the next question then, because I don't know what we're doing. Are you feeling oozy? Ooh.
I was
going to say I'm always feeling oozy. I'm oozy 24/7. Ooh, all right. Who is going to beat Roman Reigns for this damn title? It's getting real boring. Okay, well.
Whoa! Heat seeker there. Calm down.
I don't think it's getting boring. I actually thought the match with Logan Paul was pretty fucking good. And the next thing I was going to talk about, I was going to ask you guys, I was going to go, and we'll answer this question first, but I was going to ask the next question is Logan Paul just good at that? Like, he's good, right? He's very good at this.
I'm not doing this. I'm not saying those words.
No, but even if you don't want to say it, you can. Let's answer this question.
Wordsmith it up for us.
Yeah. That match was fantastic with
the individual
fantastic.
The human dumpster fire that is that individual whose name will not leave my lips because just I don't want to get in trouble, but never mind. No, yes, that person's good, whatever. So what? So you had one good match.
You had three good matches.
3 good matches.
I did not care. But okay, so let's break.
No, that's
this
fair.
down.
That's fair.
But I'm gonna get political, and I'm sorry for whatever happens in the comments.
We need a disclaimer at the bottom that says we are not.
We do not endorse whatever the fuck this guy is saying. But let's break this down. Why I loved this match. First of all, Roman, nothing against him.
Oh
No, nothing against the bloodline. Nothing against. Obviously, Sami Zayn is the greatest thing in pro wrestling right now.
Yeah.
This is a fact. Argue with it all you want. You're wrong. Where it took place and the other person that was involved in the match was just, oh, look. And then he brought his idiot brother out. And I'm like, I didn't think I could care less. And then I did. And
But in terms of I know that you don't, but if you look at him,
I try to look at it objectively.
As a wrestler,
yes, because I'm not a fan of them as people. Pluggo's gone. We lost Pluggo.
Good. It's because he was trying to put over
Pluggo. It's just you and me now. But so for me, right? He's right back. I bet you he hit a button. He got too excited and he hit a button.
I didn't say anything controversial.
Something happened.
I was like, what did you do? What did you say?
I didn't say anything. I was like, oh, he's gone. We lost him. Go ahead. Say what you were going to say.
I thought you guys kicked me out.
No, why would we do that?
I don't know.
Yeah, Logan Paul is good and is a table.
What
were you going to say, Pluggo?
I was gonna say, like, objectively looking at him just as a wrestler, in terms of like he's had 3 matches and he did a fairly admirable job against Roman Reigns. It wasn't
I would say more than that.
like, yeah, like
I'd say that is underplaying what he did.
I have to be honest. Yeah, it was.
That was
what
one of the best. That was one of the better matches of the year.
it's
better
kind
That
of
was
than
like
Bad
a
Bunny?
really
Better than
good
Bad
match.
Bunny or not? Better than Bad
now,
Bunny?
yeah.
I would say now. I would say that match at that level with Roman, 100%. 100%.
Well, now I want to see Bad Bunny versus Roman Reigns. There you go, Swags. We'll have Bad Bunny.
That's who
take
ends the run.
title off
No,
of Roman
but
Reigns.
to answer his honest question, I think it all depends. I think, okay, I know I've said this from the jump. If they have the Rocket Mania, you got to do, a jump off the rope with the phone. That's incredible. It's just incredible. And you know it's going to millions of, it's just, if they're going to do Rock and Roman, I am one of the believers, and I know Spencer is very strong about how it will have the title involved. I do not think that match should have the title. So I would say if it's Rock and Roman, Roman drops the title before WrestleMania. But
Give us Roman versus Mr.
But see, like Spencer is like, it will 100. I don't think so.
I think it should.
Where's the intrigue?
The intrigue is if Roman beats one of the best champions
The
in
Rock's
history.
not winning the title, though. You already know the Rock's not winning the title.
But will he though?
No.
Listen, you guys can chat on. I'm sitting over going, yeah, Mr. Beast has got beef with Roman. Roman called out.
Does he? Wait, Mr. Beast. When the hell that happened?
Roman called out Mr. Beast on the turn. He goes, none of you YouTubers are gonna come here no more. KSI, Jake Paul,
he named the big ones.
Mr. Beast. If I'm Mr. Beast, I'm like, what the fuck did I do? I'm just sitting over here giving houses to homeless people. Leave me alone.
And if they don't have The Rock, I think it's Roman and Cody at WrestleMania, and I think Cody.
So you think The Rock
beat him.
wins it,
Okay.
or The Rock they just
I think Roman has to beat The Rock, which means that if people believe the title will be on the line with Roman Rock, then that means that Roman's going past Mania.
And he should.
I mean, yeah. Well, and there's another rumor, and like Spencer's saying no, I think he's saying no to the Cody thing. Well, there's another rumor involving WrestleMania that John Cena himself, John Cena, might be around for WrestleMania time. And I think that if you're doing Rock and Roman, I think the second big match, it should be John Cena versus Cody Rhodes.
Rock and Roman sounds like a dance party you would go to. You would go to the Rock and Roman tonight? Yeah, go to the club. That's what it sounds like to me.
Sounds like a defunct club in Los Angeles, really.
Yeah. But yeah, John Cena comes back.
Another rumor. Josh, what is up, my friend? Good to see you, buddy. Another rumor. He says another rumor. John Cena and Stone Cold. That'd be fun.
Stone Cold has came out, I think this week or last, and said he's down to do another match and do anything. He's up for anything.
Yeah.
So yeah. Hey,
What?
bitches. What?
Hey, what's going on?
I had one beer. I had another beer.
Another beer. What?
Another beer.
I went down to Whataburger.
Roman and
I got
Sami
one
Zayn would
cheeseburger.
be excellent.
What?
I think we're going to get that before WrestleMania. Personally, I think we're going to get that in Montreal when they are up there for Elimination Chamber. I would think that would be a perfect time.
That's when he drops the belt.
Do you think Roman
that'd be
defends the
imagine
belt
that,
in the chamber?
What is
Never
it?
gonna happen.
Do you think he defends the belt in the chamber?
No.
So then,
No.
what's the elimination chamber going to be?
I think there's one for the women.
Yeah.
We'll do one of the women
U.S.
ones.
title elimination.
I think maybe Seth in the U.S. title. I could see. I think that would be pretty good.
Because
Or I wouldn't be opposed. They did it once. I wouldn't be opposed to like another tag team one if they wanted to do a tag team elimination chamber. That'd be cool.
Interesting.
That'd be cool.
24/7 title elimination chamber.
R.I.P. to the
I know.
24. Poor R-Truth. What a rough week for R-Truth. Taurus Quad and his baby got defunct. Gone.
Gonzo.
Gone. What
I love
a terrible week for R-Truth.
The trash can.
He did defend it 24 hours and 7 days.
Yes. I know Alex can probably look this up, but I believe he's like what, a 48-time something absurd.
Yeah.
Like that.
Does that beat Raven's run as hardcore champion?
Shit, Ric Flair.
What?
Eat shit, Ric Flair. R-Truth is the title king.
Exactly. R-Truth made that title. Made that title. Would you rather fight at 100 duck-sized horses or one horse-sized duck?
100 horse-sized duck, 100 duck-sized horses.
Could you just kick them over?
You could just
There's
kick 'em.
100 of them, though. That's a lot.
There's
Ducks,
100's a lot.
but ducks are vicious, man. You turn that thing into a horse
Ducks?
size. Ducks got a mean streak to them.
Do they?
I think so.
I didn't know
54
that.
times.
I don't mess with the duck.
54?
54 times.
R-Truth. Yeah, I mean, I love all animals. I wouldn't fight any animals. But if 100 horse-size, what is it? 100 duck-sized horses?
Duck-sized horses.
Yeah, see,
There you go, Josh.
Josh is with me.
Ducks are C words,
Yeah.
honestly.
They are. They are.
Ducks are Cenas.
See, here up in the Northeast, we got wild turkeys. I don't know if any of you have ever
Isn't that
dealt
a
with wild
whiskey?
turkeys. They are
It is a whiskey,
highly
actually.
aggressive. These are big birds, and they are very aggressive. Like you could be across the street, and there's a wild turkey in a fucking front yard over here.
Sorry,
And if
can
you
put
make
that
the
comment
wrong
back
type
up?
of move,
I didn't get to appreciate
Yeah,
that.
we can't gloss over
wait,
that.
you leg kick a horse-sized duck, and that fucker is quaking like a little bitch. All right.
Okay, that's the comment of the night.
These
that
are the
is over
facts.
on this
These are the
show tonight.
facts that you learn if you come on between two bids.
This is
You know that if you kick a horse-sized duck, you leg kick. He's was that supposed to say quacking or quaking? Because I think quaking is better.
Does it matter?
I think quaking is better, but it might have meant to say quack. No, Josh, you're from Australia. So I'm not going to talk to you about dangerous
love
animals. It's probably the
wrestling
only reason I'm
HR
never going to
department.
Australia.
Oh my goodness.
The animals.
The HR department tomorrow.
No, we're good. We're having a good time.
No,
We're
I've
having a
already
good
been
time.
fired.
This is now Big Ben's chat. Yeah.
It is
Now
Big
that
Ben's
we
chat.
have Big Ben, he's the game. He's
A
he's
horse-sized
hog
duck
slugger.
is basically a velociraptor that can fly.
That's what I'm saying. You don't want those.
First of
problems,
all,
though.
I
would
think the
rather
fact
just
that you are
be-
comparing a duck to a velociraptor is insulting to
What's
velociraptors.
What's going on up there in Canada that you guys are?
Insulting.
Yeah, I don't know. That's on a
A
different.
velociraptor?
Mr. Warren Hayes, what's good,
Hey,
buddy?
Mr. Warren Hayes.
That handsome devil himself.
A velociraptor is not a duck. Is not a duck. If there was a horse-sized duck versus a velociraptor, the velociraptor is winning
Spencer, are
in
you okay?
4 seconds.
But yes, you want this comment?
4
Big
seconds.
Ben says follow him on Twitter.
Yeah, go give Ben
Hell
some
yeah.
love. Go give
him
some Ben
love.
some
We
love.
love Ben here.
Give him some love.
We're Ben Ortman guys.
Just
here.
remember the wise words of this individual. If you leg kick a horse-sized duck, that fucker is quaking like a little bitch.
Also, if you get a chance to go see Big Ben perform live,
Yes.
boo the living shit out of him.
Yes. He
Love
wants
you,
you to
Ben.
boo him.
Love you.
He wants you to boo him.
I wouldn't be able to boo him. He's so complimentary of my quote unquote hog.
Yeah, that's true.
I
True.
can't do you, man. I'm sorry. I'm gonna
What
be
the
the
hell is
only
going
guy
on
in the
here?
crowd.
We have
just
lost all
loving it.
control. We have lost all control of this show. Talking about animals that don't exist. We've lost all control.
Put that on a t-shirt.
Yeah, put that on his t-shirt.
Ducks are basically velociraptors, or where are we going
No.
here?
No,
No,
you got
Canadian Cobra
leg
chicken?
kicking
I
a
wanna see,
horse-sized
like-
duck.
Yes, that is the official. That's the official
quote
motto
of Between Two Beards. Anyway.
Do we have a question? Is there a real question?
No, this is awesome.
It is Ask Me Anything, so you can ask us actual questions, and we will answer them.
I got you, Big Ben. I'll be that third.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. But guys, in all honesty,
Is this a wrestling show? Is that what you're gonna
I
say?
don't
It's
know
not.
anymore.
It's not.
So Wordsmith, I already know your opinion then. So you would not be for a potential Paul brothers versus Usos match for the. Oh, Warren's going to try to help us. He's going to ask us. He's going to ask us the hard hitting questions. Warren.
Basically, fuck ducks.
All right.
So that's under the law.
I just want to say on record, I have no issues with ducks. I have never had any issues with ducks.
All I know
Swan.
is
We're really
Swans
attacking
are the
ducks
real
tonight.
menace to
I don't know
society.
why we're hitting the ducks, but Warren does ask a question. What is Dexter Loomis's ceiling?
I think he's already.
That's a legitimate question.
I think he's already reached it.
Well, I mean,
Gotta
has
be
he though?
honest.
Is that what he's going to do? Is just kind of do this type of stuff?
Well, be honest, because you. Okay, let's say the WWE ceiling is beating Roman Reigns for the straps, right? No, I'm just saying. Let's say that's the bar. That's the top.
That's the top of the mountain.
Top of the mountain.
Yeah.
He's not climbing that. IC title, maybe, but even then, like,
I don't think so.
Maybe
he
US
does. I
title?
mean, what he's doing is fine by me. I don't hate it, but I don't think he's. What do you do with him? This is what he does. He's creepy. He draws pictures.
Yeah.
He marries Indy Hartwell, which I don't know why she's just not with him all the time.
I know. Yeah, I don't know. Is she's starting to turn into a heel on NXT? I think.
Me later.
You can thank me later. Yeah. Warren's like, you know what? I'll get this back on track. That's why he comes up
Papa
clutch.
Warren's in the chat. We gotta get back to wrestling talk.
That's he's always coming up clutch. I would say, I mean, I can
Warren,
see the ceiling being like.
Would you fight a duck, Warren? Like,
oh God, let it go.
Here we go with the ducks. Yeah, there we go. We actually enjoy ducks. Take this conversation in jest. Yeah, we don't root for the
ducks
to go.
Fly together.
Yes, Mighty Ducks is Pluggo's favorite movie.
The only duck I truly
Warren said he fought a goose.
Oh.
That's a story I need to hear at some point. I need to hear that
story. I saw a TikTok today that he called them goostesses are very brutal up there in the Canadian provinces.
Goostesses, I believe they're called geese.
Yeah, but that's what the TikTok called them. He called them goostesses.
Gotcha.
The bastion of educational standards that is TikTok.
Yeah, the guy was like, these things are on like the top 5 most dangerous things in Canada.
I mean, they're not. They might be, actually.
Yes, Warren, it counts. Canada.
Well, yeah. Okay, there you go. Canada geese are scary. Is that true? 100%. And now Warren's saying they're bad. So geese are they're assholes up there.
Oh yeah.
How many geese could take if we could ruin like 5-on-5 Survivor Series style match with would the geese just run over 5 ducks 5-on-5 or
for sure.
Did the ducks need like 10?
I have seen gang warfare. I'm pretty sure I have a video on the Wordsmith mobile device of a couple of years ago, and this flock of geese just come in and move every other bird out of the area. Like, I don't even know. What to say.
We got Warren in the chat saying 5 geese could take down a dozen Nazis.
Ophelia said they're called Cobra chickens.
Cobra chickens.
That's awesome.
Cobra chicken.
Is that true? 5 geese could take down a dozen Nazis.
I would watch that and be happy.
Oh my God, I'd be eating popcorn. I'd be eating popcorn watching that. I'll tell you that much. I'd be eating popcorn.
So Love Wrestling contributor and friend of the show, Kyle, the Canadian Goose Shaw. That's actually a badass wrestling name.
Yeah, if you're a Canadian Goose, that means you're fucking like you're a tough
Honk,
baby. Honk. Well, I believe he goes by a different name now. I think he goes by Wild. Is it? I think he got rid of the
Wild
Goose.
Kyle Shaw, the Canadian Goose.
Wild Kyle Shaw, right? The Canadian, Wild Kyle Shaw. Anyway, I digress. Oh my God, Ben is
killing it tonight.
Ben is killing it. He says, at no point in time in my entire effing life have I ever been scared of a effing goose. These little long neck honking shit machines couldn't do shit. I'd buzzsaw kick their necks into a whole new world. Bro. This is a legendary performance by Ben in the chat. Already, but we're 40 minutes into the show. It's a legendary performance.
76 episodes ago. This is episode 77 for those who are counting.
77 years of.
I can't imagine in Spencer's wildest dreams did he think that this was going to go down this way.
Hey,
but
it is what it is. We're here. We're partying. Warren says, that being said, there is a very popular brand of comfy and super warm winter wear called Canadian Goose.
So you're like a badass, but you're comfortable too? That's awesome.
I mean, it's just warm, cozy winter wear. Who doesn't love warm, cozy winter wear?
Wants to say something.
How many goostefers, that's what I heard on the TikTok, could take down,
Yep, it is, Ophelia.
How many geese would it take to take down Roman Reigns? Do geese beat Roman Reigns for the strap?
No.
No.
How many would it take? 10? 15?
None. It wouldn't take. No. not
Roman
even
would
contest.
Superman punch those geese into oblivion.
You think so?
Here's what he would
Superman
do.
punched those geese
Yeah.
till they didn't know what hit them.
Exactly.
See you later.
100?
Yeah. Oh, there you
Well,
go.
yeah,
Mr.
all you
Mr.
have
Warren
to
Hayes
do-
saying that Sammy sides
But then
with
if
geese.
Sammy sides with the geese, that tips the geese that's into their favor then. Because they got Sammy too.
What if the geese cause Roman Reigns his championship match against Sami Zayn?
That's what I'm saying. These guys apparently they're little assholes.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Pete is gonna come first, man. They're gonna shut down this show. They're gonna go, hey, we
Again,
we heard
Alex,
you were
we need the
talking shit about a
disclaimer.
bunch of
This
different
is a
types of
parody.
birds on this show.
This is fake geese talk. This is a parody. It's not
Well, yeah,
real.
obviously,
Please
yeah.
don't try this at home. Don't
Good
go out
Lord.
there starting fights with
Lord.
geese. Come on now.
All right, though,
Yeah.
for real.
Be smart. Don't
For
For
real,
real.
this time.
For real.
Time.
Let's settle down. No, I'm just kidding. Let's settle
duck-sized
down.
horses
See, the
or
thing was,
horse-sized
Warren
ducks?
jumped in the chat to settle it down to get it back on track, and then we mentioned geese, and he went off.
Yeah. So
You know?
Warren, this is your fault.
We love you. We love you.
We love
We
you.
do.
This is big for you. Our hearts are big for you, Warren.
I don't even know where to go from there.
You think geese are getting the last?
You think geese are gonna last the gang of Samoans? Probably not.
No.
Probably
I mean,
not.
Solo Sikoa is taking down 15 easy.
I know. And
Yeah,
Ben
that
says, I
is-
respect and love all animals. With that said, I would effing destroy those effing Fs. That's what he's saying.
Is that a
Haku versus a goose. Haku, technically the baddest man, one of the most baddest men to ever do it.
I'm sorry. Actually, no. I don't know if this has happened and somebody has to fact check me on this. I would love to see Haku versus Suzuki just because I think everyone else would die and it would
Yeah.
just be them.
Yeah, they'd be
Fighting
the only
for
two left
eternity.
standing, just taking a beating.
Haku and Suzuki take out the geese population.
Haku. How did we get here? How did we get here, guys?
Drop-
Guys, how did we get here?
Where do we go from
best
here?
goose-related wrestling names in the chat.
How did we get here? We have somehow been on the air for 76 weeks. Somehow.
77. It's 77.
Is this 77? We have somehow been on the air for 77 weeks.
And we've been
And if
masquerading as a
this
wrestling
was anybody's
program.
first time hopping in here for
Welcome
the
in.
last 20 minutes, they would be sitting here going, what the fuck is going on here?
I'm on the show and I'm thinking, what the fuck is going on here?
Love wrestling. ... These guys hate geese.
I don't.
Love geese. Just don't fuck with them. That's it.
There you go. Chris Jericho used to be Mongoose McQueen. We can move on. It's true. That is true. That is true.
And we will move on because I don't want Ben coming after me.
Isn't he in a stable with Sammy Gisvara? All right,
Shut up.
Let's move on.
Nobody cares. Move
That's all
on.
I had.
It's over. It happened.
It's a thing. It's now going to be a running joke for the next year on this show.
I guess so. All right.
We make
Is there
it
another
so.
question? It's
Deep
not
breath.
geese related.
And scene. All right. All right. Let's bring it down. John Cena. There are rumors afoot that John Cena will be returning for WrestleMania season. Now, shut up, Pluggo. Get it together. You're a friggin' adult. Unbelievable. Both of you giggling
No,
like
I'm
little
being mature.
shits.
What are you talking about?
Get it together.
I was clearing my throat.
Okay, John
Throats?
Cena.
My throat.
Also, loyalty and respect
You know?
himself.
You
is
know?
rumored to be available to wrestle.
That's
at
what I said.
WrestleMania 39.
Correct.
Who should he wrestle?
Correct. With today's landscape where we're at, who do we think John Cena could potentially?
Cody Rhodes. Done.
I feel like
Yeah,
that's the guy. I feel like that's the guy, right? It's Cody? Is it Cody? Cody and
Bunny?
Cena?
A celebrity?
Well, it could have been Logan Paul, to be honest. with you,
Cena and
if he
Lashley
didn't.
would be cool.
Cena Lashley, I think he's at that level. Cena Lashley would be good.
Cool.
Cena Cody, I think, would be.
Yeah.
That's who else? Is there anybody else? Who's left? Could you do Cena and
Well,
Drew?
Well, hold on one second here. Because we don't know where Bray is going.
No. After Monday, Alex, I love you. Nope. Mm-mm. Maybe before. Oh, and Warren, I like where Warren's going there. Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Which
That
I
could be.
said that earlier.
You said that Stone Cold said he's ready to go. A John Cena versus Stone Cold Steve Austin match. I mean, I'm in. The battle of the jorts, man. I'm in.
John Cena versus a flock of geese.
But
no, that's dope. I think they're gonna go all out if they can get The Rock and Cena. Like, that's.
I mean, it's in Hollywood. That's what you want, right?
Yeah. And then we'll get Jake and Logan Paul.
Not if Logan actually. If Logan Paul is injured the way that he said he was injured, then he's not going to be available for Mania.
I'm hearing. I heard some rumblings that he might be faking it.
Kayfabing it.
Kayfabing us.
Kayfabing it.
The way that he posted about the injury was
in the goose train.
No.
Oh, God.
Get out.
I can't.
Warren,
come aboard
Warren,
the
get out.
No. Warren is always allowed.
Yeah.
Warren is always allowed. Cena and Nakamura, that would be nice. That would be good.
But no, the way Logan Paul meant, like he said, like I injured it halfway through the match, and a lot of people were like, if that was the injury you had, you wouldn't have been able to finish or do that kind of stuff. But I mean, we've seen wrestlers get injured before and power through, but I can't imagine destroying your knee like that. You'd be able to do all the things.
Yeah, because he said halfway through the match it happened, and then a lot of people assumed it was during the buckshot. Yeah. Or like around that time.
By the way, anyone on the internet that says that Logan Paul's buckshot was better than Hangman's is just a hater.
Yeah,
it was nice, but it was
no. Don't get me wrong. It looked good, but
it looked good, but it was
Hangman is
come on. Let's next be real. Level, bro.
Let's be real. Yeah, I'm just I'm trying to think. I mean, if they can get John Cena for Mania and you pull off The Rock too, if you're big 3 matches. Oh, Big Ben, I am as out of shape as can be. I don't even think I could jump over the bottom rope, but I think I could do a better buckshot lariat than CM Punk did. Let me tell you.
I would pay to see that.
Oh, I would die.
Come to our Patreon.
You would see a death.
You would see a death. JPJ.
$9.99 on the Patreon. You will see a death. You will see legs just disappear off my body. The second I landed, my knees would just go, and that would be the end of my life. So
we've got, it's been a big
it's okay.
week.
Maybe you can come back on here, JPJ, and be like, I'm tired. I'm hurt. And I work with fucking children.
Eating a muffin. Just come back here and be like, just bloody everywhere, just from nothing, just bloody. Be like, I'm tired. I'm hungry, and I work with fucking children. And then
if we truly want to get this back on the rails, like we did have some big news dropping throughout the week, lots of chatter.
Oh, we did. Go ahead.
We can reset this if you want. I can be professional too.
No, I'm just kidding. I was having fun. Let's talk about some stuff. Bring it up.
I did an interview last night. It'll come out tomorrow with Jody Threat.
Yeah.
She mentioned how much she enjoys love pro wrestling because our women's division is thriving. And if after her comments, I think we're going to dive into some comments that a certain company made. They haven't been doing pretty well promoting the show coming up this weekend, but why don't we roll that? The full interview will come out tomorrow on Love Wrestling. We'll take a break right now. Alex, push button. Push it.
Do it.
Push.
Do it.
What drew you, as somebody who's well-traveled across the world and has wrestled everywhere under the sun? I could go on for days listing them, but we won't do that. We don't have a ton of time. What drew you in at first to come to LPW? What was that moment where you're like, this is the place I want to be and come back to, mind you?
The women's representation there. It is wild how much Spencer focuses on giving opportunity to women. And just seeing how stacked that card is with some of the best female wrestlers across North America, I wanted to, check that out and get in there with some of these ladies.
Love it. You love to hear it. You love to hear it. We are huge fans of women's wrestling.
Not wrong.
She's not wrong. LPW, as Ophelia just said, has a really, really good and badass roster of women.
And the
as
funny
Warren
thing
says,
is,
Jody Threat does rule.
she does. She was awesome to chat to. We dive a little deeper in a few other things regarding solely LPW, but I thought that those comments she made in that list of women that she did list in the interview are all available.
Mm-hmm.
You can book them. They're not tied down to any major promotion, but yet you don't think that there's enough women out there, and that's just here in LPW. That's what we bring to the table every month at the Rec Room.
Mm-hmm.
The NWA, I enjoy it. I watch it. I love quite a few parts of their roster. Camille, I talked to her last week.
Yep, she's great.
Fantastic.
Yep.
The Hex with Marty Bell and Allison Kay. Like, those are two amazing talents as well.
Absolutely phenomenal.
You're telling me you can't make this happen? You can't figure this out?
I mean, they're telling you that they don't want to make
That's
it
what.
happen.
Why don't you
Or they
just
don't
come
want
out
to
and
figure it out.
say that?
Because that'll be bad PR. So I mean, it's bad PR either way because they look like a bunch of idiots saying what they said anyway. But they can't. It would look worse if they came out and said, "Yeah, we just don't want to do it." Then that's worse than them being like, "Well, I don't think right now we have the talent to put on a full show like that," even though it's horseshit. And then that ties into everything because the way that they've attacked that, Mickie James put a lot of her time, a lot of her effort to make Empower happen. Empower was, like Warren says, it's the most roundabout way to say we don't care about women's wrestling, but that's what Billy's saying, frankly. Yeah, 100%. That's exactly what he's saying. Yeah, we don't want to do it because we don't give a shit. But they just can't come out and say it that way because somehow that would be even worse than how it is.
But come see Smashing Pumpkins on tour, by the way.
Yeah. And
Just,
Spencer says
throwing that
everyone's
out.
entitled to their opinion, but I just don't get how they could possibly think that there isn't enough female identifying talent out there for a successful pay-per-view. I mean, Empower sold more seats than their anniversary. It did. And Empower was a great show.
It was a better show.
Yeah, it was a
I'll go out and I'll say it. I watched
show.
both. It was the better show.
Yeah, and Ben says, you know what I love most about the NWA? Effing nothing. It used to be another place for boys and girls to get paid, but Billy, dumbass, is out here just killing any interest in their entire product. And Spencer says, look, let's keep the two entities separately because the Smashing Pumpkins fucking rule. And then Warren says, I was there for both nights. The crowd was nowhere as electric as the anniversary. Yeah, 100%. The crowd was into it. Empower was a much better show than the anniversary show. It had more buzz than the anniversary show. It sold more seats than the anniversary show. Like, there's no way you can objectively look at that and say that there isn't a demand for them to do another one. They just, as Warren said, and as Billy basically said, they just don't want to do it. Period.
But didn't Tony Khan pay for like 90% of that pay-per-view?
Yeah, that
We're
was
bringing
the
up
thing
bad
that
memories.
rubbed Billy the wrong way apparently when he said that. But yeah, and even then, you don't feel that there are enough women who can main event a pay-per-view. I have goddamn Tyrus and 2 main events. I don't often say this, but Tyrus offends my eyes with his wrestling.
Oh, I say it
I
every
would
single
rather
time.
aggressively fall down the
I
stairs.
say it every time.
Yeah, and okay. All right. So you start dealing with that, the stuff they're saying about the women, basically just kind of saying, just downplaying Empower to begin with, not wanting to do a second one, which then basically doesn't lead into it, but it also bleeds into the Nick Aldis situation with NWA, which is also ridiculous.
I would love to talk about that next if we could.
Oh no, yeah, we're gonna talk about NWA for a little bit here.
We're talking about it right now, buddy.
Yeah,
Right.
so
wake
you
up.
have this stuff with Empower and the women, which the way they're attacking it, Trevor Murdoch saying and Billy saying they don't have enough talent, bullshit, kind of demeans the work that Mickie James did. And then you have Nick Aldis, who, I'm sorry, as someone who doesn't regularly watch NWA, Nick Aldis was literally your only reliable guy for like 3 years.
He was causing all this.
Yeah, he was the only
Goddamn
reliable
Nick
guy you
Aldis.
had for like 2 or 3 years. And now you're just, because he doesn't want to re-sign, because he's not that happy, and he's probably going to get a lot of offers from a lot of different places when he becomes a free agent in January, you're going to just, all right, well, we're just going to suspend him so he's not like the way they're attacking all this is so stupid.
All this or all this?
I know, right?
All
All this
this.
with all this.
All this. With
But
all
the
this.
way that they're going about this is really, it's childish. It's childish, really. Like this guy like the NWA, like, let's be real. Like is it a fun show? Yeah. Do they have talent there that I appreciate and I like? Yeah. But the NWO isn't a big deal. It's not a big deal anymore. It hasn't been for a long time. And Nick Aldis, when he was carrying your title for years, it felt like, was the only thing that was relevant about your company. And now, because he wants to test the waters because he's not happy with the way things are going and how you kind of treated his wife, he's like, "Nah, I'm gonna see what's good elsewhere." And you're gonna act like that and suspend him, and you're gonna replace him a couple months ago with, like Spencer said, with fucking Tyrus in your main event for your title. Are you shitting me? Are you shitting me? I don't care if what's he on? What channel is he on? Fox News, MSA, whatever. He's on. I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit what that guy does.
Let me just cut in there.
Get out of here.
Exactly. Because when I think of the NWA, I'm like, oh yeah, that's Nick Aldis's company. That's classic
literally.
wrestling. And then you get Tyrus.
Unbelievable.
You'll know that's the first time I've said that wonderful individual's name on any Love Wrestling content.
Yeah.
Because I despise you as a human being.
And even if you take all the extra bullshit out of it and you just talk about the wrestling, Tyrus sucks.
Not that good.
He is awful.
I am not a wrestler, folks. Not a wrestler in the least. But you know what I can do? I can do laps around the ring and not be like, look at my chain. It's flaking because it's
Tell me a Tyrus match that you have seen that was, I would say, that is decent. That doesn't exist.
We did 6 minutes at WrestleMania, didn't you?
Well, he was a Funkasaurus back then, so he had special powers. Warren has a question. He says, "What do you guys think Aldis does next? He's got major heat with Bruce Pritchard, and him and Cody are at odds."
I have answers for that.
Go ahead. I'll let you
lead.
lead.
Redemption run in Impact. Because when he was there,
did he leave there sourly though, or did he leave there on good terms?
New management, and his wife is there. I think, unless I could be wrong. Mickey James.
I don't know how you get over the magma style heat.
That's what I want. I want a Magnus.
Yeah, that's what Corgan said, right? Magma style heat.
Magma heat.
Out of here. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
I think there's interest there. I mean, if
I would love to see him in WWE.
Warren, he did turn down an AEW contract at one point to stay with the NWA. So
yes,
maybe that door's open.
Belt to Kenny.
Yeah,
maybe that door's open, but. I mean, within the WWE, the heat with Pritchard might be too much to overcome. But I think at the WWE,
I feel like Triple H could take care of that.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. If he was really interested in signing him, you could settle that with Bruce
and if
be
you
like,
could make money with him, then I think him and Cody would settle. It's not like Cody's there now anyway at the moment. I mean, he'll be back, but you just put him on separate shows.
Do we think maybe New Japan? Could he go to New Japan?
I was just gonna say.
Yeah,
New Japan could
I think you could have a good run in New Japan over there. 100%.
I could see, as crazy as this sounds, like he'll have options. He strikes me as the kind of guy that maybe would do a little like quick stop here just to test out some waters because like he's been with the NWA since pretty much his forever. Like maybe he wants to see what's out there and like dip his toe into some different. Maybe he'll come to LP Dub. Who knows?
Yeah, that'd be nice. That'd be pretty dope to get. I mean, my thing is, if I'm WWE, I got to try to make a run to get him and Mickey James, right? Maybe get them both together. If you can bring them both in for a little bit, I feel like the AEW, the AEW part of it, he did turn down a contract there, but they have a lot of people on their roster. Like, if you add Nick Aldis, where does he fit in? You know what I mean? Like, I feel like WWE, he can fit in. He can fit in there. He could be that suit wearing, hopefully they don't go into the tropes of like, oh, he's got an accent, so let's make him a bad guy, snobby heel. But
I got some bad news for you.
Yeah,
I'm Nick Aldis.
Basically. But in general, I think he could really
I want that so badly. So he can do it, but he would do it terribly too.
I could see him ending up in WWE. The heat with Pritchard, though, would have to be squashed. But if anybody can do it, Triple H squashed Bruno Sammartino's heat.
Like how much?
With
how
you know,
much
Triple
power does
H
Bruce
did a lot of
Prichard
that
still
type
have?
of work at first, getting people to mend fences for Hall of Fame. Like, you know, Bruno and Vince hated each other for years, and Triple H figured that out. You know what I mean? So, like, I feel like, yeah, I don't know. The Impact thing would be fun, but I think he left there. I don't know. I feel like he's left everywhere not great as well, right? Didn't leave Impact on good terms. This is not his fault with the NWA, but he's not leaving the NWA on good terms either.
Yeah, but around that time in Impact, everybody was leaving on bad terms.
It's true. It's true. It's true. No, it's true. I am one of those people that I watch WWE, them, and you know, that's some of the wrestling I watch the most. So I would like to see him in either AEW or WWE, but I would think WWE would be the leader in the clubhouse for me when it comes to all this. But a New Japan run would be pretty dope as well. NWA, man, what a time. We never talk about the NWA here.
If I'm not, maybe I don't know all the ins and outs of every company of all time ever, but this has to be one of the worst like promotional builds to one of your main pay-per-views in a long time. Like I said, there's a lot of great parts in the NWA. I enjoy a lot of the product. I enjoy a lot of the talent. There's some good up and comers there, but it's like, whoo, you guys are supposed to be building this thing up, and it's everybody's talking. So I guess, you know, controversy creates cash, or all press is good press, I guess. $100 Canadian.
$100 Canadian. We got a bet going on.
So is that like 17 in America? 17 American.
Feels like it.
So, yeah.
And then we have Spencer saying Nick Aldis is basically the non-WWE version of Triple H. Meant in the most complimentary of ways, he's saying.
I mean, if Cody and him could mend fences, them two walking around in suits, having suit offs would be dope, because they both dress to the nines.
That would be nice. All right. What else is there to talk about in the week of wrestling, gang? What else is there to talk about?
Nothing. Good night, folks. Peace.
No. Let's be real. Let's be real here, guys. Come on.
Mia Yim's back at the WWE. That's dope.
That was dope.
I love it.
How do we? Okay, so here's the thing. Obviously, we're all happy about Mia Yim being back in WWE. How do we feel about the fit with the OC? Do we think that is a good fit?
It's better than Retribution.
I still stand to this day that if they actually cared about Retribution, it might have worked. It might have worked.
Retribution. It's not what it was. It was a little bit more empowered than that.
But yeah, Spencer's right. Pluggo's interview with Jody freaking Fred. Yeah, that was so much fun. I could have talked to her forever, but we kept it. It's tight. If you got time tomorrow, stop by Love Wrestling on YouTube and Patreon, and we're going to be everywhere.
No, I'll be there.
And it's like 6 minutes long. My chair broke mid-interview. I think I saved it and sold it pretty well.
That is a thing that happened for sure. Legit.
Yeah, there's some some good stuff in there. She was awesome. Love Pro Wrestling 10. We're up to 10 of those.
We're up to 10. LPW 10.
It's happening November 25th at Alberta at the Rec Room. Spencer will be there, I'm pretty sure. Unless he
usually is.
That's
he might be. I don't know. He'll be there. He'll be there. TFA will be there. Jody will be there. T.Y. Jackson will be there. Son of Irish will be there. There's a graphic. I believe
we even have a graphic of all the matches.
You have the graphic?
But mine chopped, so I can't see it. But if you put graphic up, JPJ could spout off who else
I'll run it through.
Be there.
Last show of 2022. Here are the matches that are announced. We have Michael Richard Blaze defending the Grand Championship against Mark Wheeler. We have Zoe Sager going against Taylor Rising. We got T.Y. Jackson versus my man, the Son of Irish. And we have Taryn from Accounting, PWI 500, Taryn from Accounting, going up against Jody Threat. That is going to be awesome.
The PWI 150.
Yes.
If you're in
and then we are going to announce a bunch more matches. Both are on the PWI 150. We're going to be announcing a bunch more matches as we get closer to the 25th of November. You know?
That's what I do.
The last show of the year, we're going to go out with a bang. We're going out with a bang.
And since we just talked to NWA while JPJ is, getting his notes together there, I talked to Camille last week.
You did.
About this upcoming Hard Times 3 match with, Kylan King. And, oh my God, I'm like choking over here. I need some water. Kylan King and Chelsea Green.
Yeah.
That was fun. Check that out. That's on our YouTube page. Love Wrestling CA.
There's
YouTube.
something else on our YouTube page.
Yeah. What do you got, buddy?
I don't know. Did anybody see it last Monday?
I did.
It was a pretty spooky episode of Mo Driven Promo.
Damn right it was.
It was a bit cursed. It was a bit nice. It was a bit evil.
Oh, yeah.
Mo Driven Promo featuring the words of Danhausen.
Danhausen.
It's an interesting episode. It went places that I don't know if we'll go again. Or maybe we will. Who knows?
I like that.
Go watch it.
That. You got to tease him. You got to go watch it. I
don't want to give you that. I'm not giving it away.
Right. You should
watch our YouTube page. It's got all this crazy stuff on it. Spencer did an interview with Colby Carino today. Speaking of
Great interview.
That was great. Kylan King interviewed her too. That was dope.
Yeah.
Doing big things. If you're not paying attention, well, you need to wake up. But
you need to wake up. Get with the program, guys.
Listen,
it's happening.
Calm down, JPJ. You know the rules. It's
cool.
bong pass, man.
That was hilarious. I actually loved on Raw. I was like, why is he coming out here ruining this with the New Day and Usos?
Oh no!
Did Warren not like it? That made me laugh. But I
Warren, if you're itching to come on and yell,
maybe
make that
every
happen.
so often I do partake in some of hitting the bongos, like Mr. Riddle. So that's why I enjoyed it, because I found it humor. Oh, Warren says, send me the link. He's coming up.
Jesus.
Alex, sir. Producer Alex. Can you take care of that for Mr. Warren so he can come on here and yell at us? Or yell at me, maybe. Because I
might be able to.
You got Spencer in all caps. Send him the link.
Send him the link.
No,
you stay. There's a party.
Whoops, should I have not said that I enjoyed that?
Is anybody?
No, actually, I should have, because that is certified bongo kiss. Me too. That's the shirt we need to make, is certified bongo crushers. That's what we need to make, that shirt. If I ever am able to be a professional wrestler, I want to have a tag team match with Ben as my partner, and I want our tag team name to be the Bongo Crushers. That's it. I just wanted to throw that into the ether.
I don't get it. What do you mean?
So that happened.
You know what? Screw you guys. I don't have to be here. All right? I don't have to be here. All right?
It's okay. You're going to
as we get this all figured out over here with Mr. Ward.
Oh, he's coming on.
Oh,
we know he's popping in.
Who's winning, New Day or the Usos? This is a battle for the titles for the Usos.
I'm saying
the
Usos.
Record holders.
I'm saying the Usos.
I used to get scared when like Spencer would pop in and like yell this, but Warren, I don't know. He's on us today.
And then if we get over Ben, we can have our own cereal. So it won't be Bootios. It'll be Bongos.
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 What type of cereal would that be?
Sounds like made up things from a Kevin
Fruit
Smith
Loops?
movie.
Fruit Loops will be okay. I'd be all right
Like
with
a
that.
Fruit Loops
I was a
style?
Cinnamon Toast Crunch kid. That was my go-to. My number one was Cinnamon Toast Crunch. My number two was Honey Nut Cheerios. Those are my two favorite cereals of all time. Those will never be touched.
Juice.
What about honeycombs? No honeycombs?
Honeycombs is delicious. Honeycombs is delicious.
No honeycomb love?
Oh,
shit.
we're in trouble.
You guys are in trouble. I didn't say anything.
Oh, boy. All right. Give me my medicine. Let's bring him on. Our friend.
You don't even go here, and he's gonna yell at us. Powerhouse.
Yeah, I love it.
What's up, buddy? What's up, boss?
Oh, look, I'm so excited to come in and talk about, how great Ad Billy's been doing everything. But you guys sitting around and telling me, talking about how, Matt Riddle coming in for some half-assed weed innuendo was funny. He's going around, he's going, tap my bong. Look, this is my bong. No one calls bongos bong.
You do in the WWE universe.
This is the elastic. You can only stretch it to a degree.
Yeah.
Come
I just
on.
like the weed humor. That's all.
But it wasn't even like it's not even. Like, I enjoy a good Clerks film.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
middle-aged white
There's
dude.
3 of them.
I watched Mallrats last night.
See, there you go. But holy shit. Yeah,
Well, how are you, Warren? How
I'm
you
pre-
doing?
I'm pretty good.
I don't know what
For letting me
happened.
hijack your program.
Oh, no. I mean, have you seen
No.
this? Has been hijacked since the first one. We're talking about fucking geese for a half hour. You know? Doing what we can. Doing what we can.
We clearly don't have any control of our own programming here. But that's
You
okay.
invited me on.
I
and that
didn't
should have
do
been your first
anything.
time. There is no control here.
Anyway.
Warren,
Chaos tonight.
what's on your mind from the week that was professional wrestling?
Well, you guys have been doing a very good job covering all the absolute irritants of the week.
Is it because Tyrus is fucking dog shit? Yup. Hot take.
Like for real, okay? For real regarding Empowered, all right? I had the privilege to go cover the show last year. Okay. We were invited. When I say we, I mean Kristen and I, and we went. I conducted interviews. I chatted with why am I drawing a blank all of a sudden? The current champion, the current NWA.
Camille.
Oh, well, yes. No, I didn't talk to Camille. The dude, Trevor Murdoch.
Oh, Trevor Murdoch.
Yes,
Yeah.
I was going to say Matt Murdoch, but I'm like, that's Daredevil. So never mind.
But he's a super nice guy, super down to earth. And we talked about our kids. Like he's, super nice. He's really cool. And I had interviews with a bunch of the ladies who were there as well. I talked to Deanna Perazzo, who was there. I talked to Kylie Ray, who was there. Tootie Lynn, and Mickey James on top of that. And we had the show. The show was on Saturday, right? The Empower show, and we were all sitting around and for real, like the place was electric. Like everything that was going on that show, everyone was super into. We had that great Camille match. I'm drawing so many blanks all of a sudden. Who did she wrestle? She wrestled,
Layla Hirsch.
Layla Hirsch. Thank you very much. I don't know why I'm drawing blanks. It's probably the stupid hat. So but we step out, we leave the ballroom at the Chase, and everyone's in a good mood. I go to the merch booth, I pick this up, I'm like, let's fucking go. And you go the next night and stuff just happens, and there's things happening even that you don't quite understand what exactly is going on. One of the most memorable things that happened is they had the battle royal for the dudes for the
I think I know where you're going with this.
And everyone's going woo, and we recognize most of the faces. Then all of a sudden, like James Mitchell arrives with this one dude, and we don't know who he is, and we're not plugged into we're not listening to Joe Gali, giving the backstory of who this guy is. But everyone's looking around, going, I see Conrad Thompson, who's like 4 or 5 seats down from me. He looks over at someone. He goes,
No idea.
no idea who this guy is, right? But he's coming in and he's throwing dudes over, like he's getting the diesel push. He's like throwing dudes over the top rope. I'm like, what the hell is going on? Who is this guy? Biggest pop of the night was Ric Flair when he came out to do his I Love NWA thing, because he had just, he and WWE had broken up recently, and that was the biggest thing that happened on the show. And it's weird. No, it's not weird, because the women put on a hell of a show, and the guys' stuff just happened. It just happened. And listen, it's strange to me, because at the time, the Observer reported that the Empower show did 3,000 buys. Okay. What was Between Our Shadows? Beyond, no, we're the betweeners here. In the shadows, we love our shadows. We hate our shadows. When
Shadows Fall, I believe.
When Shadows Fall 2. That was, I think, one of the.
Fuck these pay-per-view names, by the way. Like, why are they numbered? You heard that's right from the mouth of the wordsmith. You can quote me on that. Fuck these pay-per-view names.
Big Ben.
They have like two that pay-per-view. The second one was like, I think it was one of their last, if not the last, pay-per-view they put on without any support from Fight. That was just like basically off cable broadcasting or whatever. Did like 500 buys. And it's odd that Billy never ever says anything about his pay-per-view buys, but all of a sudden he's going to pull 3,000 out of his hat, out of a hat to bury the women when we have no comparisons to any of his other shows. And somehow in the cockles of my dark French Canadian heart, I believe that typical run-of-the-mill NWA pay-per-views don't score that high.
No,
I really don't. I don't think they do that high.
No,
he's probably doing it in comparison because he's going on Busted Open Radio and talking about, so he's like, well, we did 3,000 buys, as if he's comparing himself to, AEW buys or so on and so forth. It's like, wow, 3,000 is pretty poor. It's like, yes, in comparison to, a true national cable broadcast promotion, sure. Mm-hmm. But in regards to your own shit, I have no idea. I have no idea what that means. And it's really odd. Never talk about the pay-per-view buys for any other show that the NWA puts on. But for some reason, Empower, 3,000. And we are led to believe that this 3,000 is not a good number for NWA.
Well, if I could cut in here, and I do want you to keep going there, Warren. But it brings to mind, I don't know if there's any Marcel the Shell fans in the audience, but 3,000 pay-per-view buys is a small number. And I'm like, compared to what? Like, I know it's a deep cut reference, and I'm sorry for those of you that didn't get it. That's your own fault. But yeah, no. It's also, can we bring up the Last Love Wrestling CA comment really quick?
The Tyrus one?
Yeah. I would also like to reiterate that Tyrus, in fact, is bad and should not be in the main event. There.
But like I said earlier, like you could bring in outside talent like you did last year to, fill in any perceived roster gaps that you may have. And I don't understand. Is it because potentially Mickie James did all the legwork and he just doesn't want to this time?
I sincerely believe that she created some bridges, okay, from what I understand, from what was going around. And yeah, I can't confirm, but I do believe she created some bridges. I do believe she reached out via her contacts with Impact. That she did reach out to Tony Khan, and Tony Khan was like, well, sure, I can throw some women over. And it is also my understanding that Tony Khan paid his women to go. At Billy did not pay the AEW women. Tony Khan did pay their expenses, so on and so forth. He handled the whole thing. So they didn't get, So because he was like, okay, let's do this thing. It's a big deal. Let's go ahead and do it. So I think there's there was that whole spat that TK and At Billy were having online at some point where they were like, he should thank me for the help he gave me. What help is he talking? It's like, I feel like there's a big clash of egos that happened between those two dudes.
1,000%.
Because I don't remember on which podcast or show he was on, but At Billy was telling whoever the host was, like, it's kind of strange because, I walk into the room and usually, I'm the most famous guy in the room and everyone's sort of like, hey, how you doing? But no one was like that day. I'm like, you fragile little man, ridiculous. Where he clearly he did not have the upper hand at the negotiations table. And frankly, why would he? Mm-hmm. Tony Khan is there. He's like, look, do you want my help or not? I don't have to help you.
Right.
You need my help more than I need you. It'll be my pleasure. But, we got to negotiate on certain terms here. I think that's mostly what happened. And, this whole thing about, like I said, I'm here to hijack your show clearly. But the one that I just want to point out, there was this idea that, they probably lost a ton of money because all the women that they booked on one night, weren't used on the next night. So, NWA 74 this year, they did all, it's dudes that did crossover, but no, they hired a bunch of tag teams for that fucking tag team battle royal that never showed up the next night. There's a bunch of people who were booked for one night and showed up for one night only. Weren't there on the Sunday. So that argument doesn't even track. It doesn't have any consistency. Nick Aldis this week, he's been he's sort of like, I don't give a shit anymore. Going around telling, people's contracts stink. Are paid peanuts for what they're doing.
Would it just be better off to just would it be better for him to just go, I just don't want to do it? At this point, I feel like if you're making 1,000 excuses for something you don't want to do, and everybody's going, well, that doesn't make sense. Nope.
And you're having a world champion. Well, I don't know if he's having his world champion, but Trevor Murdoch is saying the same thing.
What is going? I mean, this seems to be a trend. Like the WWE with Evolution did the same thing. Kind of said it wasn't worth doing again. Like, why isn't some company taking this internet chatter and going, every year, let's do a women's show. Let's do it. Why not? Like, I just don't understand because, like I said, WWE did the same thing. I'd love to see Evolution 2 happen.
Some of them have been on the record and some of them have not. So, I don't want to name any names because my memory is a little fuzzy, especially wearing this goddamn hat right now. But
got a case of the Tyrus.
Exactly. Wait, the case of the Tyrus is. Hang on, guys. I got to pull my chair back. Ooh, I'm gassed.
Damn it, I love this show.
Warren, do you have the gold chain? The cheap ass gold chain. How much money did Billy doesn't? You know what? I have a theory that he's just volunteering. Oh my, Pluggo, turn that fucking hat around.
No, don't do it.
Oh
don't do it, Pluggo. I can never get this image out of my brain again.
Stop this now. I will leave. And
that looked shockingly not far away from what he looks like. But to me, I might be a psycho, but
anyway,
that looked like
that
could have been
horrifying.
Tyrus.
Why isn't? Yeah, why do we not think? Do we even want an Empower to happen now, or do we like? Where's the women?
At this point, I don't give it. I don't want the NWA to put it on. It's going to be half-assed and a joke. But just to answer your question, before we saw what we saw, there's women who've told me, wrestlers, that in wrestling in general, the women are in constant prove yourself mode, right? And not just talent, not as talents, like as a group. It's like, well, prove that women can draw. And they're like, I can draw. It's like me. It's like, so I can jump out there and do this. We don't have to do this as a group, and we're constantly proving ourselves, right? It's always the same thing.
Right.
You're going to tell me that Empower, because of course it was on the network, right? Ever since WWE went to streaming, we have no real retroaction as to how well a pay-per-view performed.
Yeah,
because we have the buys and so on and so forth. What's like the worst pay-per-view buy in WWE history? 97,000 buys, I think, something like that.
Yeah, something like that. 96, 90. Yeah, it's under 100, slightly.
Something like that. Are you going to tell me that? Okay, well, no. Let's flip this around. Why didn't they stop doing pay-per-views then? If that one underperformed and clearly, was clearly under expectations, why did they stop? Why didn't they stop? Why did they continue? Oh, but the women didn't quite perform to what we expected. What did you expect? And what were the key targets, right? What were the KPIs you guys were looking for? Because we don't know. Oh, it underperformed, so we're going to pull the plug. Okay, but then there's also a question of not educating, teaching more like your audience to be like, look, if we think this is important, this is valuable for your time, then you should tune in and watch. So if you do it once and you never do it again, well, of course people are going to go, well, it's the women, who cares, right? Because the women shit doesn't work. You try it 1 year, doesn't do exactly what you expected, so you invest a little more the next year. And are you going to tell me that $1 billion WWE cannot afford to take a slight loss on pay-per-view revenue for one show, even if it's that much of a loss? Because we don't know. It's like when they pulled out recently their, at the earnings report, they were saying, the 3 pay-per-views we put on the last quarter were up 16% in views, 27% in views, and 36% in views, something to that effect. I'm like, What is a view? What's a view?
Yeah.
Is it just someone who just flips on and is like, oh, cool, and then flips out? What is it? It's 5 seconds, a minute, 30 minutes? What constitutes a view? It means nothing. Those are
length of a Tyrus match.
It's an empty barometer when you're just throwing out percentages when you don't know what the meat is exactly. It's kind of ridiculous if you ask me.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, there he is. I was like, where'd he go?
I was like, oh, we lost the words.
You said his fucking name again. But
It's
I
true.
have a question for the room. It's Ask Us Anything. Do you think in the new era of WWE, do we think that maybe possibly we could get a women's pay-per-view? I mean, just before everybody answers, let's take this in perspective. We can't get the women's pay-per-view again. What was it called? Sorry, I didn't watch
Evolution.
Evolution.
The WWE one. It was Evolution. Yeah.
I'm not talking about Empower because I feel bad and I don't want to tread up that again. But yeah, it's bullshit. But we also had a pay-per-view called Great Balls of Fire. That gets greenlit. But no. You can't have the women.
Stomping grounds.
No. And Roadblock like, what are we doing?
Yeah. I mean, they definitely have. I mean, I would love to. I think with Triple H in charge, I think there's maybe a better chance of it happening down the road, but I don't foresee them doing it either, because for all, at least, and I know Spencer said it earlier, at least with WWE, you can compare it to other shows, what Evolution did compared to other shows, and there might be more of a argument or more of a whatever when it comes to that, but I personally loved the show Evolution. I thought it was really good. I thought it was amazing. The main event with Becky and Charlotte was incredible.
Not the main event.
Well, no, it was the second. No, yes, Ronda main evented, correct?
Yeah.
Ronda and Nikki Bella.
That's right.
That was a banger. You watch your tongue, Ronda.
Can't build
it wasn't as good as Becky and
Roman
Charlotte.
Reigns.
Becky and Charlotte was one of the better matches of the year.
I watched that pay-per-view. That pay-per-view always holds a special place in my heart because I watched that pay-per-view in the NICU with Owen. I was holding him here. That's the first pay-per-view him and I watched together.
There you go.
He was.
There you go.
That's right.
I won't get too hard on Logan Pluggo.
Yeah.
That's pretty sweet, right? That's pretty sweet. My life's getting taken over
Very
by an
sweet.
AJ McLean pillow, but Owen and I have a bond.
Yeah, that's good. I mean,
Also, Kairi Sane on that for the NXT women's title.
Yep.
Yeah, and I thought that show was an overwhelming success. To me, it was
Tony
very enjoyable.
Storm and Io Shirai as well, right? For
Yeah.
that was awesome.
Mae Young Classic Finals.
That's right.
Yep.
That's right. Which
Yep.
I don't know why they don't do that. Mae Young Classics or Cruiserweight Classics. I know they don't care about Cruiserweight wrestling anymore, but I missed
I don't
those.
know.
So good.
It was so good.
It was
The
so
Cruiserweight.
good.
Oh my god, dude. I should go back and rewatch that whole thing. It was fantastic.
Yeah.
All right,
Daniel
Warren.
Bryan's on commentary
I know.
because he was injured during that.
I know.
Zack Sabre Jr. is
Yeah.
wrestling on WWE
Yeah.
television.
Yeah, Kota Ibushi.
Kota
Kota
Ibushi.
Ibushi, Zack
Those are
Sabre
the two names
Jr.
that come to mind as soon as I think
Yeah,
of that.
it's like what?
Episode 77 has just been say any random thing you want, and we're just gonna go with it.
That's what we do. That's what we do here.
That's the
I
show
need to
tonight.
hear this
I love
story,
it.
Warren, about how you fought a goose.
Yeah, that's why we really had you on.
I
You
need
didn't
to know.
see that in the
The
Spencer
second you
Love
said it, I was like,
voice?
I gotta see what
And
happens.
my challenge for you, Warren, I need you to relate it back to Tyrus. This is the improvisational challenge of the episode. I know it's a new segment,
We promise this is a
No,
wrestling.
I related it back to wrestling, Alex.
It's true. It's true.
Is everyone on Facebook? How is this wrestling related?
How is this wrestling? These aren't wrestling. Yes, they are when they're better than tires.
But the story, okay, we'll relate it back to, I'm in Prince Edward Island. It's a few years ago at this point. It's quite a few years ago. And I'm in Prince
You're
Edward
in the
Island.
States.
What's that?
This is a United States goose.
No.
Oh, Prince Edward. What?
You
Prince
said
Edward, Edward Island is
Prince Edward's Island, he said.
I thought he said Rhode Island. I'm sorry. Okay, go on.
yes.
Wow.
Yeah, Prince Edward sounds just like road. That
Yes.
is a
Okay.
thing. I could
It's a tiny little island of a province that's like big like Manhattan.
Oh, I thought
gotcha.
he said
Gotcha.
Rhode Island is a tiny
Yes.
state. It's not as Anyway, go on.
And it's a
Fun
lovely
fact. Fun fact. Rhode Island is neither a road nor an island. Discuss. Are we done? Are we done? I think we're done.
Yeah, we're good. We're
I'll
good.
just sit here and just.
Go ahead, Warren. I'm shutting
Yeah,
up.
so Prince Edward Island, and it's a lovely, and I'm sure Spencer can attest to this. It's a lovely province off of the east coast of Canada. It's a maritime province, so it's surrounded by, of course, it's an island surrounded by water. But it's a beautiful, beautiful place, beautiful sandy beaches, a lovely area to visit during the summer. I'm there with my family. And so we do a lot of beaches. We go to the beaches. We go to Cavendish Beach, which is a very famous beach they have out there, and we're hanging around. I don't think this happened at Cavendish. It doesn't really matter, but we're going around. We're doing water spots. That's all we're doing. And there's this one place that we do see a few geese. And but the white variety, not the Canadian one that we usually have in mind, but like white geese, like the ones you see on a farm kind of thing.
Okay.
So, and my kids are, they're going around the beach, and we're strolling down the beach, and they're going around and they're picking up clams, and clam shells and stuff like that. And my youngest goes over and she picks up a clam, like, a clam shell at some point. And then she runs off and she goes and picks up another one. She runs further and she picks up another one, and she goes to pick up, she picks one up. And one of these geese that was not too far decides to beeline for her. Okay. Starts beelining for her. And I see the thing. So I'm like, I just scream at her and I say, throw him the shell. He wants the shell. Because she sees him. She's starting to panic. So she tosses the shell at the goose, right? The goose doesn't give a fuck about the shell anymore.
It's personal.
Yeah, now it's like, oh, you're fucking with my livelihood here. But he's going straight for my kid. My kid's screaming. I dart, man. like full on primal instinct,
like dad mode, just like I'm taking him out.
Superman
man, this is nature. Let's fucking go. I run straight for the goose. And I'm going, because I'm going to scare it. I'm just going to scream at it as I'm running, right? The goose keeps coming. It's not afraid of a 6'1" bipedal mammal screaming its lungs at it. It's just like, it's coming towards towards the kid. I literally throw myself at the goose. Like my feet lift off the ground so that I can position myself.
You're trying to tackle the goose?
Not tackle.
Or you're just trying to dodge like a bullet.
Body block.
Yeah.
The goose
Gotcha.
to my kid.
Gotcha.
Fucking pecks at me. The peck. And I swat it away. I'm fighting it. Like it's coming at me. I got bruises on my hands and my. But you know what? As much as I fought it off, it stopped when it felt like it.
Oh yeah.
It was like, I'm done. And then I just backed off a little bit. Then started going on.
Were there other people around going, what the hell is going on?
Well, probably. Look, honestly, I had tunnel vision at that point.
Yeah, you're just focused on
way.
You're in life-saving mode.
Do you ever wake up in the middle of the night oh, it's just a dream?
Do you have flashbacks?
Yeah. PSD.
Let me tell you. Have you ever played the video game Untitled Goose Game?
Yes.
That reminds that
there's a game called Untitled Goose Game.
Oh, there is. Yes, it's called Untitled Goose Game.
Yes, and it helped me get a better understanding of made me relate more to the goose. I understood the goose a little more.
Well, the
need
only
to hear
other
that story.
Canadian on the show right now is the Wordsmith. Is this like a daily thing here? You guys are fighting.
Have you ever been attacked by a
Yeah.
goose?
No, but
You
have
did
seen it
admit that they
happen.
are assholes.
I have seen it happen. And to
Really?
answer the producer question, Canadian geese are very un-Canadian. They do not apologize for shit. Alex in our private chat had said, "Oh, it's a Canadian goose." Did it?
Was your
apologize?
hair
done with the hat. I'm done with the hat. I'm
majestic
done with the
hair?
hat.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, it was sunlit.
Now here's my question.
And,
So, as a father who would do the same for his children, did your children appreciate your heroic efforts, or they like, go buy me candy, Dad? Or they like, did they raise your arm up and try? That's my dad. That's right.
We actually have a yearly commemoration ceremony here, because I want them to remember. I
They're like,
want them.
Dad, is it Goose Day again?
Remember when I risked my life
For you?
and fought a goose for you?
Exactly. Yeah.
For you.
Warren,
I did that for
Warren,
you.
Warren,
Oh,
did
you're
you-
mad? You're mad I didn't buy you the right designer jeans? I fought a goose.
Yeah, I had to fight.
Oh,
Literally,
I'm
I fought
sorry
a
I
goose.
didn't get the red solo cups this time. They're blue. I fought a goose.
That's an incredible story.
Fall back.
That's an incredible story.
I would never.
I knew I needed to hear it once you said it in the chat. I was like, I got to find out how that happened. How that
That
happened.
being said, for all the numerous times that I went to Prince Edward Island, that was the only time I ever had to fight wildlife.
Fair.
Prince Edward Island is my favorite spot in the entire country.
There you
Those
go.
horseflies, though. Those horseflies are violent.
Yeah, well, okay, probably. I guess I wasn't camping much. Let's put it that
Well,
way.
I wasn't camping either. I actually little backstory here. I watched my sister get chased up and down the beaches of Prince Edward Island by horseflies. It was the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Chased.
Yes, swarms of them were chasing her because they
Wow.
could smell.
Horseflies, when they sting you, it's
Oh God, they're angry.
the
They're
worst.
so angry.
They
but-
take
but-
chunks of flesh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they do. They're awful.
What's
Brutal.
going on up in Canada?
I mean, look at I said it sounds like the Warren's issue with the goose. That's how I've seen it with my own two eyes in the Northeast where I live with the wild turkeys. If you get in the eyesight of a wild turkey in this, like all of New England in my area, they will murder you. Like they will be like, for no rhyme or reason, even if you don't, you could not even be looking at the thing. But if it sees you and it decides, I'm fucking this guy up, it's aggressive. Like they
usually
warn
have-
you. They're like, there's wild turkeys about in this town. Protect your loved ones. That's like they warn. If you're walking your dog or you're out there with your little kids, like there's a family of them in where you live. Be careful because they will,
I
bad.
guess I don't have these problems. I don't have any good like I fought wildlife stories. I don't have any because like they know who the alpha is. They're like
It's
"There's
AJ.
that- Yeah.
It's the AJ pillow is what it is.
Yeah, it's true.
That pillow's ruining my life.
It's the AJ. It's the alpha pillow.
All right. Well, is there anything else to talk about tonight? Have we hit it all? I mean, we've talked about wildlife numerous times. This has been. I would think we've talked about more about wildlife than we actually have about wrestling tonight. To be honest with you, particularly birds.
I just envision, right?
A lot of
like,
duck talk earlier. There's a
they
lot of
always say, like, you never know who's watching, right? And it's like, we'll just throw it out there for argument's sake. WWE's looking for new contributors for the bump. Hey, look at these Love Wrestling guys on Thursday.
Let's watch this show. What are they talking about?
What the hell was that?
Ducks?
They will not be contacted.
No. I would destroy on the bump though, just for the record.
I'm just saying,
But,
it's like,
you
what
know.
if they talked about geese for 2 hours?
That's what you get when you come. That's what we do. We do what we want. We do what we want.
I love
Warren-
it. It makes me happy.
Yeah, Warren. To end it on a wrestling note, I know you had asked where we see potentially Nick Aldis going. Where do you
Ooh,
think?
That's a dynamite tie back, JPJ.
That's why I'm here.
Damn.
That's why I'm here.
Now now get you on the bump, brother.
Yeah, that's why I'm here. So where do you where do you think he goes and where would you like him to go? Maybe we'll get a couple quick hitters here.
It's weird because I don't know where he fits in the current landscape, and this is, it's going to sound like it, but it's honestly no disrespect to him or his accomplishments. But what does a Nick Aldis bring to, let's say, if he didn't have the heat, to WWE, right? What does he bring special to the table? What does he bring that is special to the table of an AEW? And especially a guy who has main event aspirations. He's not necessarily going to sit around and be like, "Hey, I'm super cool fighting Baron Corbin and putting him over." You know what? Yeah, sure. Put me in a year-long feud with QT's crew. That's I honestly don't know. If I were to maybe think outside the box a little bit, though, I think this is a guy who was very smart with his money. He and Mickey and Mickey as well. That's what I'm saying. They're very well off. I think there is a British indie wrestling scene right now that could use a guy like him and his expertise, his contacts, his knowledge, and his cash to reinvigorate the scene a little bit, a lot. I think I think that would be very good for him if he were to create like a super indie, but in the UK, use his contacts to bring his buddies over once in a while, and then the thing is that he brings his friends over, sends them out on tour, working other local indies, so more people go to those local indies to see XYZ show up, and because that's how it goes. So then it starts to feed the scene a little more. I honestly think if I'm him, I try to finagle some backstage stuff. I try to get some things going on that end. Yeah. Because outside of Impact, which I agree is probably the most, he was on the anniversary show.
Yeah.
He called him Magnus, right?
Yes, I believe they did. Yeah.
That's funny. Yeah. But you never say never in wrestling, even though he has nuclear heat with Bruce Pritchard and he and Cody don't get along. There's weirder shit that's happened in wrestling.
Yeah. If there's money to be made, I feel like a lot of things get forgiven. A lot of the times, not always, but a lot of the times.
But I agree with you.
Going, Bruce, calm down.
Yeah, if Triple H goes, "Hey, we can bring this guy in, and we have this idea. It's gonna make. I think it's gonna be good."
But I think the main thing that would keep Nick Aldis from working this companies is Nick Aldis, because I said, he's a guy. You guys were saying it earlier, right? He was the brand, right? He was the NWA. You'd think NWA, you'd see him, and when you'd see him, he'd always be in these
looking like $1 million.
It's like, this is a world champion, and he conducts himself like a world champion. He looks the part. He looks, he's GQ cover material. It's like, there you go. He knows this. And like I said, he probably wouldn't be content just, cutting promos and then being interrupted by weed innuendo. You know what I mean?
That's what's good about
circle.
Warren. Full circle.
I don't know. A Nick
we call full
Aldis,
circle in the biz.
Our truth pairing would be pretty fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they've worked before together.
Yeah.
Hey, Nick Aldis, man. You want to hit this bong? Go, man.
Oh, no. Warren, it is always a pleasure.
Hey, Nick Aldis, where you get them?
You can come take over and
hide.
hijack the show anytime you like. Anytime I start talking about weed references that I like and all sorts of things, feel free.
Here comes the link.
Yeah, here comes the link. Get in here. But
Get in there. Shut it down.
thank you for popping in. It's always
Yeah.
good to see you. Hope the rest of your evening goes wonderfully.
Same to you guys. It's always a good time. Thank you very much. I'm still going
All
to
right.
do it, just in case you're thinking about talking.
And fuck
Yeah.
them geese.
about me.
Yeah. What a story with the goose. What a
That's
story.
awesome.
Unbelievable. Bye, Warren. Thank you so much.
Oh, that was Mr. Warren Hayes.
Love that
stopping
guy.
by. You never know who's gonna pop in.
Love
here.
that guy. All
I
right,
didn't even know
Wordsmith.
Castle Wordsmith was gonna be here. I'm so excited that he's here too.
I need you to think fast, Wordsmith.
Uh-oh.
I don't.
Pick a category because we're drafting.
Pick a category.
There's a few in the private chat from the
do we
producer.
got?
Alex.
Oh, is there?
Yeah.
Is there a few?
There was.
What?
I
Okay.
suggested
What do we got? No,
wrestlers
wait.
whose name started with S, and I got shot down immediately.
Oh, top 5 24/7 champions. Oh God.
I
I think there's just one answer. We'd have to come up with 15 of them.
I think
How about this? How about this? How about this? Because I just bought tickets, and it's not my show, but whenever I'm on, I like to wreck shit. So how about this? How about we talk about top 5 Bullet Club members? And there is a reason for this because King Switchblade is King Switch. I don't want to get attacked in the comments for saying the wrong
Bullet
name.
Club members.
Yeah, top 5 Bullet Club members.
I'm down for that. I
With
can do
answers that would surprise you.
that. Oh, really?
Not really, probably not.
Jeff
so-
Jarrett, number 1.
The interesting thing is, I just found out
Oh,
yesterday.
does Warren want to come back?
No,
Oh,
We
yeah.
do know
Warren,
more
I think
than
Warren wants to come back for the draft.
damn it!
Yeah, we should have kept him in. I don't think he. Oh, all right. So we
excellent.
gotta come up. We gotta come. He's saying no.
It's like,
All right,
Warren,
so we
let me
gotta-
win.
He's like,
All right.
he's like, you guys had me on to talk geese, and then you're gonna talk some
And then he's
real
like,
wrestling.
well, I didn't know that. I didn't know that Wordsmith was going to come out
No,
hot and
because
start talking
I
about
just
Bullet
bought
Club
tickets.
members. I didn't know.
I
didn't know.
just bought tickets yesterday for a Christmas show or a season's beatings show right here in Montreal. Oh, I gave away where Castle Wordsmith might be. It's not located there. Yeah, Jay White, the IWGP World Heavyweight Champion,
Yeah,
the leader of the Bullet Club, the last rock and roller.
yeah.
He's coming to Montreal in less than a month.
You're excited.
I'm so excited. I bought tickets right away.
What's the rock
I'll
and
take it
roller?
right away.
Is that like
I forgot the catalyst. Thank you, Warren. There's he had so many. There's such a list.
I know.
what's a rock and roller? Is that like what's the one that the Rolling Rock with the one that WWE kind of performed at where it's like music, it's like a festival, and then they do some wrestling too?
Is that you're talking about Rolling Loud?
Yeah,
That's it.
yeah.
Rolling
Yeah,
Loud.
that's it.
Yeah,
I didn't know what it was
yeah.
called. But is it kind of like that?
No,
So what's it?
No.
So what is it?
you're becoming the Tyrus of this show.
Rolling Rock is a beer. Rolling Rock is a beer.
No, I know that Rolling Rock is a beer. The Rolling Rock
Rock
is
and
a
wrestle.
beer. Back when Pluggo used to
Jesus
throw
Christ!
them
Can we just have a
back,
draft? What the hell are we
we had
talking about?
Do a draft. Hey,
Dollar
Pluggo,
beer
Pluggo,
night. and it
Pluggo,
was
it's your
Rolling
show.
Rocks.
Okay.
All right.
Draft battle. Featuring Wordsmith.
Yes, draft battle featuring Wordsmith.
I will not be silenced.
You will not be silenced. You and nobody is ever silenced here. However, you are making no damn sense tonight, and I don't know what is going on.
Yeah, it's the pillow, bro.
It's he's got the pillow in his head, bro. The pillow's in his
pillow
head, and
playing
it's
head
fucking
games.
up his game big time.
Wait, are you saying the entire night I haven't made sense at all? Even
No, that's not true. But you've said some stuff where it's like, what? What do you like, what are we talking about? But I think it's because of the pillow. The pillow is totally in your head.
Yeah.
Totally
Well,
in
let's do this draft. I'm
All
gonna
right.
lose.
Let's go. Bullet Club member draft.
Guest goes
Wordsmith,
first.
guest goes first. I already know who you're taking. You just mentioned him. So
Oh, the one thing about the Wordsmith is that nothing is for sure.
he's not. He's taking him. Oh, he's not taking him. He's
I'm
taking
going
somebody.
with somebody else who is not. Well, I'm not going to start fights in the comments. Ken Omega.
Kenny Omega.
Omega.
Kenneth. All right.
Put AJ
got
in plain
Kenneth.
pillows. Yeah, he's got a name. Put some respect on it.
We got
Man.
Kenny Omega.
How many rounds are there in this one?
There's 5. So we got to come up. Yes. So I believe we can involve current and obviously former members. Duh. Kenny is the number one pick, as Warren just said. Kenny's the number one pick. Well, that's what just went down.
Goddamn right he is.
All right.
Kenny, by God, Omega. Let's go.
My God.
Pluggo. All right. Who am I taking?
Oh,
Who am I
he's just
taking?
taking the second pick. No, I'm just kidding. That's fine.
Who am I taking?
Warren, how do you feel about this? Don Callis, poor man's Michael Keaton. Look at them side by side.
Yeah,
Tell me I'm wrong.
yeah.
And I'm not, and I'm causing the show to go off the rails today. What are you doing to me?
It's related. It's related.
I am gonna go. My first pick. I will take the founding member. I don't even know if this is true, but I think he is. Yes. Yeah. I'm gonna take Prince Devitt with my first pick.
That is correct, I believe.
The founding leader, at least. He was the first leader, correct? He created the Bullet Club.
Yep.
So I'm going to take one known now as Finn Balor, but I'm going to take Prince Devitt
Finn Balor
as my number one pick.
But I have to take AJ Styles so we can get like some leadership going. Gosh,
that's okay.
That's
okay.
Just
everybody's got to have a leader. Just because you picked the worst one. Sorry.
I never win these drafts. I win them in my heart. I pick for me. I'm not picking for you. I'm picking for me. I don't think you go. AJ Styles is pretty good.
He is actually pretty. He's
a phenomenal one.
Yeah, I was going to say he's phenomenal, isn't he? Yeah. He's on the phenomenal side. He's on the
slightly, yeah.
I'm gonna go with
Prince DeVito. Is that like Danny DeVito?
Danny DeVito is a prince. It's not that tall, but like he's there. I'm gonna go with Sex Ferguson. Big Luke Gallows. I love me some big man action.
Sex Ferguson.
Festus. Get in here.
I just envision like
Ferguson.
I just envision that's what
Festus get in here.
That's what Trips calls him backstage.
Like
Sex Ferguson, we need you, gorilla.
Have you heard his Stone Cold impression, Gallows?
Yes, it's Gallows. Good. It's good.
And I got that. I was like, what?
It's very good.
Like and you can tell he's either high or really drunk at the time. Whenever he's doing,
I'm crying. I'm crying on the inside here.
Hey, Sex Ferguson, we need you to come out here and fight the Judgment Day.
This is Sex Ferguson. How you guys doing?
You know what? Warren's been yelling it for the last couple minutes. I don't know if he's worth a second round pick, but Warren's been yelling it, and Warren pays attention to New Japan way more than I do. So I am taking Yujiro Takahashi,
the Tokyo
with my
pimp.
second, the Tokyo Pimp. I'm taking him. You suck. You picked Yujiro. There he goes.
You
all right,
fool.
Well, that's what I get for listening to my fucking friends.
Yep.
That's what I get.
Yep. No. Yep.
Probably just lost his draft because of that pick. Oh, bitch.
Since he's still sitting there, I'm gonna take Jay White.
Fuck. Son of a bitch. That was my easy pick. Was Jay White?
I don't know what you're doing.
I listened to Warren. That's what I did.
Who said listen to Warren?
Me. I trust him until this moment.
We pay him thousands and thousands of dollars.
Whatever.
Okay.
He has destroyed my draft. It's over for me. Could have took Jay White.
And you know what?
Damn it.
You know what? It's too sweet. It's too sweet. I don't even give a fuck. I think I just won the draft. I don't even have to pick.
All right, go ahead. Third pick.
No, we can stop now. I think
I'm
gonna go with a couple written down here.
Oh,
I'm gonna go with my favorite of the generation, me.
Jeff Jarrett.
Nick. No. Fuck Nick Jackson. I don't care. Come at me in the comments. Matt Jackson.
Oh, you're not going to take the Bucks as
I was going to say you didn't take the Good Brothers or the Bucks as a unit. You took individual.
Yep. I go with who I like because they're all friends.
All right. Well, I'll tell you what right now. All right, I'm going to go with
someone who doesn't show up for New Japan shows and
No, I'm going to take Tama Tonga. I'm going to take Tama Tonga. He's been there. Well, he's actually out of it now. I believe he got kicked out
happened-
earlier this year.
Happened
Or
on
he left.
Impact. Happened
He
on an
left.
Impact show.
Yeah, he left earlier this year, but he was in the group for almost 10 years.
Yep.
IWGP tag team champion, multi-time. I'm taking Tama Tonga. My draft's ruined anyway. Warren has ruined my draft, so it doesn't matter what I do.
I don't. Yeah, you're
The rest of the way, it doesn't matter.
It's okay,
Damn it,
bro.
Pluggo.
I'm taking Juice Robinson.
All right,
you bastard.
all right.
Did you have to take? Did you have to take Rock Hard? Juice
Rock
Robinson.
hard, Juice Robinson, baby.
Rock Hard, Juice Robinson. All right.
Fourth round.
I usually don't do this good.
This is the fourth round, right? Fourth round.
Fourth round.
Fourth round.
We're
We're gonna go with the machine gun. Carl Anderson.
Chad. Too bad.
Carl Anderson.
Wasn't he Chad?
Carl.
Too bad?
Yeah, Chad Too Bad, wasn't he?
Chad Too bad.
Yep.
Sex.
Chad Too Bad.
Chad Too Bad and Sex Ferguson.
I'll tell you what, Sex, I'm gonna come down and Chad Too Bad. I can't deal with you no.
Warren, quit putting my draft strategy out there in the comments. bro.
Oh God. You know?
You might as well just take Brandy Rhodes, dude. Get it over with.
I mean,
No,
I
I'm
know,
not. I'm
I
not.
know where. I know
No,
where
I'm not.
JPJ.
I am going to take with the my fourth pick? God, what a fucking terrible pick. I'm going to take Nick Jackson of the Bucks of Youth, of the Young Bucks. I will take
Generation May.
Nick
Generation
Jackson.
May.
Oh shoot! See, this is where I run into like I don't know a lot. I don't know a lot of them. I know.
Take Jeff Jarrett. Do it. You won't.
I
You won't.
No.
You won't take Jeff Jarrett. Hikuleo. Take Hikuleo. You won't.
Bad Luck Fale. Isn't he a guy? I'll
That's a
take
good
him.
one. He's
That's
still
the
he's
big
the
dude, right?
longest. He is the
Hikuleo's
longest.
a badass though too. Oh,
Hikuleo is yeah. I believe Bad Luck Fale is currently the most long-standing
Yeah,
member. He's
he's
been there
badass.
since
I need
20.
a heavy.
Yeah.
I need a
Yeah.
heavy.
Bad Luck
Badass.
Fale.
I can't believe I left that on the board, Warren. I don't think they're gonna take him though.
He is the long. I was actually going to take him with my last, like somewhere in there, but then I listened to Warren and I took Yujiro. It was apparently a fucking mistake. So, last round pick, Mr. Wordsmith. Warren just giving me so much shit.
I can see him like he's yelling and he's actually yelling.
This is what's happening at Warren's house right now. You fool! You fell for it.
You fell for it. You fool.
I'm gonna go with somebody who I'm surprised that nobody else took. Cody.
Was Cody
Well-
in the Bullet Club?
Yeah, what?
Bullet
He's
Club
been
is
for
fine.
multiple years.
Yeah,
Bullet Club is fine.
Bullet Club is fine.
What do you got?
Here's my
Hold on,
thing.
hold on.
That's right.
Depending on your
You're
pick.
right.
So I had two guys. Warren yelled one of them in the chat, and it wasn't
That's
Yujiro. But I had two guys on my mind, and it was all depending. So you took Cody. So because you're not, he's on a phone call right now. I think Cody just called him. He's like, "You just take me in this draft." I am taking, and I don't really know his significance of the Bullet Club, and I think he was only in it for a short amount of time. But Warren said it. But I am taking one Adam Cole, baby. That's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing. Pluggo, round out the New Japan
Listen.
draft so we can decide who is going to win between you and Wordsmith.
Based
'cause I am
on
out.
this last round.
Okay, this is still a competition on who's gonna win.
Yeah.
I'm out. I got Yujiro, so I'm out.
Well, listen, because Cody Rhodes was taken, you can't have Cody Rhodes without Brandy
Oh my
Rhodes. So
God,
at
he's
number
doing it.
5, 5th round, Brandy freaking Rhodes / Jeff Jarrett.
What? What? Anyway, all right.
I feel very good about my first 4 picks. I feel
very good
you-
about my first, third, fourth,
I
and
feel
fifth
good
pick.
about Brandy Rhodes, Chief Brand Officer.
I cannot
Brandy
believe I put my
Rhodes.
full trust. I put my full trust in that second round pick.
I feel
Full
good
trust.
about every one of my picks.
Yeah, you have you're gonna,
Every
you're
single
gonna,
one of them.
Yeah. So who do you have? You have Kenny Omega,
Kenny,
Matt Jackson.
the good old brothers. I got Matt, arguably the better Jackson.
Oh.
Those sideburns, yeah,
I
that's worth it.
I almost took Ace Austin and Chris Bay.
I was gonna say that, but I'm like,
I was thinking about Chris Bay. I was thinking
not
about
a huge fan of Ace Austin. No.
Since I already won this draft, I figured Brandon Rhodes would fit in.
And Phantasmo.
Oh, great. Phantasmo's
Phantasmo's
really
amazing.
good. I like that guy.
And I had
Alex's
Cody's
pick: Chase Owens, Kenta, Stephen Amell, Adam Hangman
true.
Page, and King Haku. That's pretty good.
You had Arrow. You had the green arrow.
Yeah, we left the Hangman off the board.
We did leave Hangman, but when he was in the Bullet Club over there, he was kind of like he wasn't.
Yeah, it wasn't as big as he is
wasn't
now.
where he, there was a different level Hangman there. But all right, I mean, what a fucking episode this was.
There's nobody watching this right now.
For the people that are still there.
Yeah, so there you go. So Warren says that Hangman was eating pins at that time over there in Bullet Club. So he was the guy that they brought along because they knew he was going to be where he is now, but he wasn't. He wasn't there.
No.
Yeah. But on that note, this was quite an episode. We talked about a little bit of everything here tonight, mainly wildlife and professional wrestling.
And an important fact. Tyrus sucks.
Oh, Tyrus is awful.
Tyrus sucks.
Terrible.
Tyrus sucks.
No getting around it.
Let's talk about that some more.
Dude
No,
sucks. No, don't do it again.
No.
Do not do Alex, cut off the show. Just play the song. Alex, just play the song.
Jesus
Love wrestling.
Murphy.
Love Wrestling CA, baby.
Love Wrestling
Stay
CA.
for everything.
Follow us. I'm
Jody
getting out of here
Thread
before
interview
Pluggo
drops
starts
tomorrow.
doing the Tyrus thing again.
You can find
Warren,
us at
you're the
Pluggo
best. Thanks for
_
hopping in. Thanks
You
for
can
staying in
find
the
him
chat
at
all day.
Joseph Poland Jr. _ You can find him at Castleday Wordsmith on Twitter. Love Wrestling CA on all the platforms. We got all sorts of shit happening. We're killing it. Between Two Beards on all the socials. This was an episode. Peace out.
Peace
Girl
out.
Scout. Woo!
Hit the button.
AJ Pillow.
Look at yourself, help, and your progress. I'm only taking 12